Today's video is proudly sponsored by Glasby Pallets, offering a one-stop solution for all your pallet needs. Get in touch now on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. Thank you to Sonny and the team for their support of the channel.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Jimmy Ramble EFL. Jimmy Smith EFL, sorry, the channel's called now. We're going to do the Netherlands versus Sweden game today, which is quite a big game in Group F. After Sweden won 5-1 against Tunisia, which was unbelievable, really, to beat them by that many. I mean, I think that Sweden were the favourites, but a 5-1 victory is incredible. And then the Dutch, who were very good early doors against Japan and then let Japan back into it. But I'm not going to talk about it by myself. I'm going to bring in my friend for tonight, and that is Tom, not from Barnsley. How are you, Tom?
Hey, yeah, I'm good, thank you. Looking forward to the game.
Yeah, it should be a good game, Tom. What's your feelings about it? How do you feel it's going to
go? Interesting. We were both there for the Netherlands-Japan game, yeah. And that was pretty much just a stalemate of teams probing each other, trying to get a win. Very tentative game. Hopefully, tonight's one will be a little bit more foot forward. Two good European teams bashing out against each other. It should, yeah, we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's going to be quite a standoff early doors, I believe, you know, where they'll be feeling each other out. But I do fancy the Dutch to actually lift their game and probably just push past them. But I think it'll be a very tight game. Probably be a goal in it somewhere. But there's a lot of firepower on show. So hopefully there might be more than one or two goals, and we'll get 3 or 4, maybe like we did again with the Japan game, where the Dutch were in control for long periods, but let the Japanese back in, and when the Japanese started attacking, the Dutch back line looked quite frail. Did you not think?
Yeah, it was. All the action seemed to take place within the second half, and whether that is fatigue, just shapes getting weaker, the heat maybe, which everyone said would be a massive thing before the tournament, and then all the games are taking place in aircon stadiums. So, not sure what's going on with that, but. Or how much of a part they'll play today. Actually, where are they playing today? Where is the game?
It's actually Houston. Enclosed at the NRG Stadium at Houston, where the Houston Texans play. It might be actually called it might have changed name, I don't know now, but it was the NRG. So it's actually 20 degrees in there. It's set. So, but the drinks break, we actually talked about it last night, myself and Jim, in the Scotland game, and they're actually selling advertising during the drinks break. So it's just basically it's a money-making scam.
It's an open secret. The hydration breaks aren't needed. Like, even if the game is taking place in, I don't know, well, I was going to say Canada, but it is. Like, somewhere cold. Like, if it was happening in Scotland or, you know, Norway or somewhere, we would still probably going to get the hydration breaks going into future tournaments, just because it is making FIFA a lot of money, and I hate it. It's not needed.
Yeah, it's not something that's been taken very well by all fans, I believe, you know, so... It will be here to stay. I just hope that we don't start having it in domestic football, which we shouldn't over here because it's not warm enough anyway.
Oh, but, no, they would never get away with it.
But it could creep into some countries, Italy, Spain, places like that, Greece maybe. So anyway, we've got the team. So let's put the teams up, Tom, and have a quick look, and you can take us through them if that's okay. Let me just do that and get rid of the media. 1 second. There we go. If you want to take that away, Tom, for the teams.
Yeah, of course. The Dutch team is mostly unchanged, apart from a couple of substitutions in their starting lineup. In goal, again, is Verbruggen, with a back four of... Oh, sorry, should have said start. 4-3-3 from the Dutch. Yeah. Leading the back line, we have Van de Ven, Van Dijk, Van Hekke, and Dumfries. Mostly playing in the Premier League at Spurs, Liverpool, etc. And Dumfries plays at Inter, I believe. A midfield of Reinders, De Jong, and Gravenberch. And then an attacking forward of Gakpo, Marlon, and my favourite player on the Dutch team, Brian Brobby, who has seemingly given up tormenting Noel and is now playing football.
Is it Sunderland, I believe, isn't he, Brian Brobby?
Yes, he is.
Player. Yeah. You're looking at that team, Tom. You look at it, and Dumfries, who plays very high and gets forward, and Van der Ven not so much. So it does actually drop into like a natural 3, maybe, at the back with the 4-3-3.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what how the positions line up in the actual game itself. But yeah, maybe it will be slightly differences on the different wings of the game, different left and right, and we'll see if maybe Sweden try and exploit that with the attacking and defending defenders. But
yeah, they've changed. Brobby's gone out for. Is it Sirencio Somerville? Crescencio Somerville?
Somerville, Somerville's on the bench now.
Yeah, so he was the one who started last game and had a really good game, I thought, as well. So I'm quite surprised he's out. So the Swedish side, led by Graham Potter, what have you got for me on that one?
Yeah, so the Swedish team, who, apologies if there are any Swedes watching. Hello, if so, I'd be surprised. But their team, I don't know about any changes because I didn't watch the last game. I'm sorry.
It's unchanged. It's an unchanged team. It's been said on TV. It's an unchanged side. Okay.
Yeah. Brilliant. In the goal is Nordvent, and a back three of Logia Belke, Hien, Lindelöf, a midfield of Bernhardsson, Karlström, Aori, and Newmanidson. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the
don't worry,
Swedish names. And then an attacking forward three of Josjeres, Nygren, and Isak.
You've done it a lot better than me, Tom, because I'm terrible with foreign names. Unfortunately, my pronunciation and my accent doesn't really lead to it. Yeah, looking at this, you've said that like was it 3-4-3, and they've said that it could be a 3-1-4-2 on the BBC. So I don't exactly know how they're going to play. It'd be interesting for us to see that. How they do play, and if Karlström is actually a holding anchor midfielder. So we'll be able to find that out quite quickly, I would have thought, because the teams are coming out now for the anthems.
Yeah, I was going based off of FOTMob, but again, things might change during the match. I think both teams usually play quite fluidly, so
yes, definitely.
We'll see. We'll see how things go, and hopefully for this match, compared to the last one we did together, I might actually be able to see the screen in the game. But we'll see.
Yeah, because it kept breaking down for you, didn't it? So let me just remove that and put the logos back up. What we can do though is we will have a look at this and see if we can put another image file on soon. We'll just do that, and we'll look at actually the league table that we've got. So if I can just get that down, here we are. So this is the current table for Group F, with Sweden with their 5-1 win, obviously going above, and the Netherlands. If it wasn't for the last minute, I think it was Nakamura equaliser, they would also be on 3 points. But if Sweden win today, they are qualified as group champions as long as as long as Japan don't win against Tunisia today. So that's the later game. I believe that's later tonight. Is that tonight? No. Yes, tomorrow morning at 5.
Yes.
5 in the morning.
Oh gosh.
So,
does that count?
Yeah. It'll still be over there. It will still be today, won't it? In America by a couple of hours, or wherever it is. I don't actually know where that is. So 2-2 and a 5-1. The 2-2, I think, really the Netherlands will be disappointed with that. Japan would be quite happy. Tunisia obviously weren't very happy. They sacked their coach due to that defeat, and Sweden are flying. So hopefully we will get what we believe would be a very good game today. So let me just remove that as well from the screen now.
I believe they are currently just showing the King and Queen of the Netherlands.
Okay. I'm slightly in front of you. So when we get started, because you're actually watching it through the iPlayer, and I'm actually on TV. So once we get the game going, I will pause and get in sync with you. We're just going across the Swedish team at the moment. We're singing the national anthem.
Just start singing on my end.
Yeah, so you're about 10 seconds behind, but we'll sync up when it gets started. Isak, who obviously did really well in the first game, scored a couple. Not had the greatest of season with Liverpool, obviously struggling with injury through the season, especially at the beginning. I think next season he might really come good for this team, for Liverpool. Obviously not a massive fan of Liverpool, not a fan of anybody really other than Sheffield United. But he's a very good player. He's a world-class striker. and if he's coming into form now, because he won't be overtired through the lack of games through many games this season, because he hasn't got that many. He could be a real star at this World Cup. Isaac, what's your thoughts on him?
Hold on, let me just quickly grab his thing. Yeah, well, it depends how far Sweden go, because you're only as good as your team, and I don't think anyone I have spoken to has put Sweden down as favourites to go into semi-final onwards. But whilst he's on the pitch and he's playing, it'll be very fun to see how he does. And yeah, we can go from there.
Yeah, you look at the Swedish team, and I don't know a lot of the players, but they've always been a team over individuals. It's the Swedish way, Swedish culture actually. So it'd be very interesting to see how they work together. Whereas the Dutch have got quite a lot of flair and play to a system that they're used to. They've been playing this 4-3-3 for quite a while. It's the manager Ronald Koeman's second spell in charge, and apart from a couple of games where he played a 4-2-3-1, this has been their formation all the way through. I think he's on 60-something games now. I can have a quick look. I've got his details here. He's played 61 games as the Dutch manager over 2 spells. So he's well versed with international football, whereas Graham Potter, I think this is only his 7th or 8th game as Swedish coach, and the first time he's kept an unchanged side. So that'll be interesting to see how the experience against the new international managers fare as well.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I think I saw the news that he's gone over to become the Swedish manager after, was it West Ham he was sacked from?
Correct.
And it was like, first of all, it was like, this is a weird appointment, a bit out of nowhere, but nope, that's where he started his coaching career, and he loves the place and he understands the culture.
Yeah, he started at a team called Östersunds, who were in the 4th division at the time. They actually had a ex-Sheffield United youngster play for them at one point called Troy Pennycook Morgan, who was a Canadian right winger who came through the system at the Blades. But that's quite a lot of years ago. So that's my knowledge of Östersunds and most Swedish football over and done with, I'm afraid. So just going through the teams now, a very powerful Dutch side looking at this, especially the back line with Van Heck. I won't say how you say it correctly. I'll do it in the North Derbyshire way that I speak, I'm afraid to say. So with Van Heck, Van Dijk or Van der Ven, I do think they are playing the 4, obviously with Dumfries, but I do think they can easily just slide across and let Dumfries push further on and make it a 4 in midfield. I can't remember in the game against Japan seeing Van der Ven that high in much of the game.
No.
So it'll be interesting. I think Goodmanson, who played for Sweden, they're going through the Swedish team now. He's the guy at Leeds who plays in the midfield role. He's going to have to really play a good game today to stop this Dutch side with the young Reinders and Gravenberg in the midfield. That's going to be very, very interesting. So it'll be a good game, I believe, a good game. So they're just getting ready now to get to the kickoff. So we'll be having the countdown, I'm sure. And when they do kick off, you tell me when we get in, and we'll get synced up, and away we go. You're just showing Ronald Koeman now.
We're still going through the Swedish team on my end. It's
no problem.
Yeah, we've. I didn't realise that Michael Oliver was reffing this game. That should be interesting.
Oh right, I didn't know
that. Yeah, they just showed him.
Will that mean that the VAR will take 3 minutes now instead of just 30 seconds like it has been doing all the rest of the game?
Very good question.
Because we do seem to over-egg it in the UK with the amount of time spent making decisions where it's been. I mean, I'm not a real fan of VAR, I've got to say, but in this competition, it's been used quite well and very quickly. And the speed of the offside is very impressive.
It's been brilliant.
Across.
It is one of those things of, this is kind of winning me back to VAR being something that could be useful in football, which I thought was impossible. They're actually using it effectively and, efficiently. Like, what is this?
And we've just kicked off
goals.
Exactly. Yeah, that is good. The Dutch have just kicked off, so we'll get going in a second. So I will pause my stream, Tom, at 11 seconds. So you tell me when you hit 11, and we'll sync up.
Yep, we'll do. We're still just all standing around mostly at the moment.
No problem.
But, yeah.
think the iPlayer is normally about 20 seconds behind, isn't it? So should be okay.
Yeah. For those of you at home as well who are watching us with now.
That was kick-off, or that was
11 seconds.
Thank you. We're back on then. That's great.
Great.
So if you want to send in your score predictions or any information you want to know on the teams or anything you've got for us about the teams, any comments about what you think the game will do, or even if you're taking part in Tom's Predictor League, you can get involved as well and give Tom a little bit of a elbow in the ribs about how it's going and if you're not doing well. That'd be nice. So I'll just have a quick look at one or two of the early comments. We've got a few in. So Dawn comes in with, good afternoon, lads. Hoping for a good game. I think it could be a 2-2 draw. That'd be our second 2-2 draw, which would be quite happy with that, wouldn't we, Tom, to be quite honest?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a winner in this one, to be honest, but just for the sake of the group progression. But yeah, if we get 4 goals, I'll be happy.
Very much so. Ian, the gatekeeper. Afternoon, Ian. Good afternoon, Lee and Tom. Looking forward to tonight's games. Narrow win for the Dutch in this one, going 2-1. Please like and subscribe, everyone, for more of this great content. Thanks, Ian. Cheers for that. I can see that, Ian. I do fancy Dutch to squeeze it, maybe by 1 goal, hopefully 5-4, and we have a great game. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Dave Morwood's next. Afternoon, Dave. Afternoon, Lee and Tom. Not from looking forward to this game. And hope you are both well. Please give the guys a like and subscribe.
Oh, Tom, not from.
Oh, yes, Tom, not from. Got you. Yeah, I didn't read it correctly. Sorry, Dave. Dave. You're just in front of me there, mate. Darren. Afternoon, Darren. Afternoon, lads. Looking for a Dutch win. I have them in my suite. Great job on the names, mate, but it's nothing I don't expect when B&B, and that's me, I believe, B&B. Jordan and Tom are doing the watch-along. Take note, Jimmy. This is how it's done. Thank you, Darren. Thank you. I've got to read one in front. And Ian says, again, what I don't understand is why the VAR protocols vary so much. Works well in some cases, shocking in others. That's very true, Ian. That's very true indeed. I'm not too sure about the corners. I don't mind it getting involved for red cards and also overturning second yellows. I think that'd be not a bad thing as well. Goal line technology has been good all along, I feel. With the watch, since they didn't turn it on when Sheffield United drew with Aston Villa that year. Ever since then, it seems to be working quite well. But yeah, I think overusing it is taking away from the game. Using it for just major decisions, I think, would be worthwhile. Tom, yourself, how do you feel?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there just needs to be a little bit more parity between some of the, especially with like the corner goal kick decisions. The VAR can go in and change the decision if it was given as a corner, but it's actually a goal kick.
Yeah.
But can't change it if it was given as a goal kick, but it's actually a corner, I think.
Okay.
So it's.
I didn't know that. That's very interesting. You think you'd be able to do it both ways, but there you go.
Speaking of which, I believe that the Dutch have just got a corner.
They have just got a corner.
First of the game.
Yeah, it's very early yet, but the Dutch have had most of the possession, as we'd probably expect, with Sweden sitting in. But the Dutch are always going to be. Oh no, it's gone out. It's actually a goal kick. It's a goal kick. Sorry, it's a goal kick. I did miss that. The Dutch kit's looking very well, I must say, on that picture. They're very bright. Darren, it works well in every league but the Premier League, where it covers referees' mistakes. I think the referees actually rely on it too much in the Premier League and don't want to make decisions. I just do not want it to come into the Championship because even though we do get some dodgy decisions, they are meant to be the correct decision, and they do even out over a season. So I'm quite happy with it, to be quite honest.
I think the problem in the Prem is that because they are under so much pressure to get the correct results, because if there is even a slight mistake, there'll be so much noise and chaos around them for it. And the backlash will be so huge that they spend so long over every single decision to make sure they get it right and then still get it wrong somehow. I think that's probably the problem.
The problem for me, though, is the wording was always clear and obvious. And if it takes 5 minutes, it's obviously not clear and it's definitely not obvious. So that's where I have an issue with that. So here we go with, Jimmy's on. Hi, Jimmy. Hope you're well, mate. Having a good day.
The Dutch have scored.
Oh, it's a good goal
It's
as well.
Brian Brobby!
So you're quite happy about that. So
I just love his name.
It's worked down the left side, and it's played into the box by Gakpo. It's a lovely ball along the floor, and it's a tap in on the 6-yard line by Tom's favourite player, Brian Brobby, Mr. Brobby.
It's just such a non-Dutch name, Brian. It's so good.
I wonder if he's got American heritage or something like that with a name like that, because it's not very Dutch at all, is it? So it's just showing a replay now. It's a long ball by the keeper. Yeah. It's held up by Brobby, who lays it off to Reinders. It's Reinders who plays it in for Gakpo, who plays a lovely ball across the 6-yard line. And it's the easiest of tap-ins for Brian Brobby. I think me and you could have scored that, Tom, to be quite honest. It's such a good setup. So the Dutch take a very early lead, and this should make it a fantastic game. What a lovely ball that is.
Ooh.
That is superb, and I do like that kit, I must say.
Koeman looks delighted.
Oh, I bet he's buzzing. He's buzzing. Russ is next up. Hi, Russ. Evening, boys. Looking forward to this game. 2-1 Netherlands, I reckon. This is before the goal, so well done there, Russ. 2 strong sides on the day. Definitely 2 strong sides on the day. And that was a fantastic goal. So one of your 2-1s already in. And Russ then says quality assist. Definitely quality assist, mate. You couldn't miss, could you? Damisdo says, hi all. Hi, Damisdo. How are you? You well? Hi, panelists. Hi, I'm Lee, and this is Tom. Hi, Jimmy Smith, EFL. Yeah, Jimmy's just been on, so I'm sure he's watching.
Joshua has just had a shot on target. That was a proper belter. Saved well by Verbruggen.
Good keeper, Verbruggen. Oh, yeah, got a good foot to it. Very good foot to it. There was a bit of a save like that last night. Not as well made as that by Angus Gunn for Scotland, where they were through from a Grant Hanley error, and he made a good save. Maybe quite lucky save with his right foot, but spreading themselves nowadays, keepers, and making a lot of saves with the feet. So it's a short corner. It's played inside now to Isaac, who has run offside. So the ball comes back to the Dutch. Just getting the message through here. Yeah. And Jimmy, thank you very much, my friend. Jimmy has just reminded me that I haven't put the scoreboard on. And there you go, Jimmy. No, I don't need any help. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I need to change it as well. So I will take it straight off and give that a change.
Don't quit the stream this time.
I'll try not to, mate. Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker, wasn't it, for the Dutch versus Japan game? Never mind.
Technology, eh?
It'll never catch on, mate. Tell you, it'll never catch on. So the Swedish now are just playing from the back, and it's just Van der Ven. You're not going to outrun him. He's probably the quickest defender in the Premier League. Just easily covers the ball over the top, back to the keeper. And the Dutch are going long quite a lot very early, which has surprised me. Reinders, Brobby looks a strong player in that number 9 role. Yeah. That's twice he's held the ball up well.
If we have any Sunderland fans or Premier League watchers in the chat, let us know how he did for Sunderland this year, because they've had a really good season. And was he a part of it? Was he, a large part of their survival and kicking on, or is he just sort of there? Let us know, because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, it's not somebody's name I've heard a lot this season. Obviously, we don't follow the Premier League so much. With me and Tom are actually Sheffield United fans, so we definitely don't follow the Premier League this year. And the Dutch again are getting in down the right hand side this time, pulled back into the box but cleared by Sweden. I'm just interested because. Sorry, Tom, carry on.
No, I was just going to say it was a good cross by Gravenberg, but no.
And obviously Sunderland doing so well in the Premier League this year and made some really good signings. And is Brobby one of those that have made a big difference to you? It'd be nice to know if there's any Sunderland fans in who could give us some information on that. But you look at the Dutch side, he's probably the least known of all the Dutch. I've got Jimmy's Flies coming, the one that was in Jimmy's studio the other week, buzzing around me now. That's a good effort at a turn by Brobby, but well defended. Really well defended there. Was that was Hein. So done really well there. But that's going to be a good battle because they both look like really good athletes, big boys. And that looks like a good battle that's going to go on all game. So is that the Dutch Queen and King there?
Yep, wearing the scarves. Yeah,
Happy days. Yeah, I didn't think Infantino was the king of Holland. That would have been a stretch, I think.
I imagine he wants
fair,
to be.
Tom. Yeah, bit of everything, to be fair. So let's go back in. So Damage Doe's back on. Greetings to you. Robbie A. Sunderland, correct.
Yeah.
That is true. Paraguay pulled off a shocker. Did they,
Ooh.
did they win last night, Paraguay? I think they won last night.
Paraguay, yes, 1-0 against Turkey.
That's correct, yeah. Turkey are not the side they were a few years ago, I've got to say that. They did have some good players, but they've dropped off quite a way. Good ball in behind here, and it's Dumfries with the ball. Across, and the cross across. That's a good one, Lee. Then we've got Sam. Netherlands started well, very well.
Yeah.
Looked good in possession, getting the ball down the sides. It's obviously a ploy. And they're going long as well, which has shocked me. But so have the Swedes. These have just hit a really long ball towards Gyökeres. Easily dealt with there by Van Dijk. And back to De Jong, who's driving forward again. We've got James. Hi, James. Back on shift late after the Scotland game. Yes, mate. I was up till 2 o'clock, actually, in the end. And I was back up at 7:30 to take my wife to work. I did go back to bed.
Don't envy you that one.
No, it was a good game to watch. It was a good fun with Jimmy. It was an enjoyable game, and it was just a bit late. But we got quite a lot of people watching us, and it was very enjoyable. Some great comments all night, which helps, really helps it. And Jimmy's put Tom's pronunciation, first class. Happy days, Tom. Tom works hard at this. He carries me, Jim. He's carrying me, so I'm quite happy. You know what my pronunciation.
You say he works hard, like. It's literally like 15 minutes before we came on, just quickly going through Google Translate to work out what the pronunciations were.
Well, it's more than I did, mate. So there were another corner by the Dutch there, came into the near post and headed clear by Gyökeres for a throw-in to the Dutch, just inside the final third. There's a lot of Swedish players back there. I count in there are all 10 back inside that one screenshot there, which is the final third. One's just gone out now. Yeah. A good turn there by Gakpo. A disappointing ball across. Goal kick to the Swedes. Damage though, Gyökeres and Isaac, should dominate if they get possession. And the Dutch back line is very good. Dumfries, Van Heck, Van Dijk, Van der Ven, very good back four. Although under pressure from the Japanese, they did creak a little bit, Tom, if I do remember rightly, especially late in the game.
Yeah.
What we got here, Darren? Is the Scotland keeper the one let go on a free? Yes, he is. Saved them a lot last night. Angus Gunn, yes. We do a show called Transfer Tracker, myself and Jim, which will be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow night on Blades Ramble, because it is Sheffield United related more than Championship related. And we mentioned it last week about Angus Gunn, and he has been linked with Wrexham, surprisingly or not, as everybody who gets released is linked with Wrexham. So we'll see. But yeah, but he did very well. He's a good goalkeeper, is Angus Gunn, and be a good pickup for any Championship side or as a number 2 for any Premier League side. James, again, a lot of the Dutch lads seem to be big, as in tall. Not surprising. The Dutch are the tallest nation in Europe alongside the Serbians. That's just a weird fact that I know off the top of my head because it was in a quiz a few years ago. I remembered it. So yeah, the average height is about 6'1.5" an inch, I think, something like that. Crazy. There you go. Just useful information. I am full of it, and not just useful information before anybody else puts that through. Evening, Ray. Been watching cricket, but it's so slow. Put the footy on. I don't blame you. And we weren't doing very well, but then I think Rooty's doing okay with Brook. So I don't know if they're still in. You'll have to let me know.
They playing New Zealand
again. We are playing New Zealand. We need 400 odd to win, so we're on the back foot a little bit. Cornish played.
I'll be honest, I don't usually watch the cricket, but I've been kind of absorbed by all the World Cup stuff going on at the moment.
Definitely,
it's unfortunate timing for that team.
That fly is doing me head in. So Dave Morwood, full name Brian Ebenezer Ajay Brobby, born in Amsterdam, but not a very Dutch name. Very true. Very true indeed. I think we might just have missed another chance there as Reinders was sprawling out on the floor. So it's just showing a replay now. Yeah. It's a ball cut out by De Jong from a pass from the Swedes. He drives onto the edge of the box, gets inside, and it's a poor shot, really, that goes wide. Yeah. The challenge by the defender that you said to
Lager Bielka. It just sort of gets in the way a bit. It's,
puts his body there, and it's enough. So again, the Swedes, I think the ball's bust. So they're going to have to change the ball. Jimmy, Gyökeres. I'm sure that's his name, Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres for me. I've got to say that. Yeah. I can't be doing that, Tom, not with my pronunciation. It's not a Szoboszlai moment, Jim. It's not a Szoboszlai moment. Russ, I think they're the tallest nation. Fact check required. I back you on that one, Russ. I've read it somewhere, and it was in a quiz I was in. Russ Bradbury confirmed by Google. So there you go. So Google's confirmed what we've said. Darren O'Keefe, all West Ham. Ball and brilliant. So what was that one? I'll go back to that.
What was his last comment?
West Ham. Yeah, that's true. Oh. Darren, linked with Angus Gunn because West Ham are also linked with every single player that's being released. That's a good shout. So then we'll go to Ian the Gatekeeper.
Oh, that was a goal. Brian Brobby scored another. We've got a brace.
It's very similar to the first goal, but from the opposite side, isn't it? Where they've got him round the back, put the ball along the 6-yard line, and he's just had to put a toe on it. Could the keeper have done better on this one, do you think?
Maybe. I mean, it's almost identical to their first one, so you'd hope he'd learned from his mistake, but no.
I'm just filling up my water. A very good start by the Dutch, and they've been in control. Yeah. This could get silly if the Swedish don't put a stop to this. So it's Marlon who finds Dumfries well onside. Dumfries, as he does, gets in behind. Again, onside. Yeah, it's a good goal. It's a really good goal. So and the BBC's have gone off. The BBC has actually gone off. Have you still got it on the iPlayer, or has yours gone off?
No,
it's back on.
It was fine. The screen just went black for like a couple of seconds. You can still see the scorecard at the top. So it was just a camera issue. It wasn't a broadcasting issue. Yeah, but the Swedes are back underway again. So we're back and going. Yeah.
I think the Dutch have obviously seen an issue with this back three of the Swedish team with getting around the sides of them, stretching them out. So maybe just to change this, they might have to go to a back four, like the Swedes, because they're getting ripped apart really here so far. Let's just go back up here. Ian the Gatekeeper, never know if I'm watching a watch-along or an episode of QI when Lee's on. Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you. I just used to do a lot of
questionable facts.
Yeah, only questionable facts when I've made them up, but that's actually a real one. Yeah. And they're normally about Andorran players, so we're okay in this game. Ray, thanks, Ray, for this. Brook is out, but Root doing well. Too much to do. Yeah, I agree with that. That's the cricket. England cricket not having a good day of it so far. Cornish Blade, he is on fire, meaning Brian Brobby. Yes, Dave, he is. That's two goals, and his hold-up play's been good, and his finishing, he hasn't had to do much. I would even say you'd have scored them, Dave. And I'm sure you would have. Ray, need 287 to win, and it's 176 for 4. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit too much for us, I think, again. Russ, Brobby again, definitely. And Tex is on, Paul Young. What a great stadium this game is being played in. Whose stadium is it at? It's the Houston Texans, mate, as we well know. 72 degrees Fahrenheit, constant temperature, as Mr. JJ Watt always used to say. Mr. V's on. Good morning, Lee and Tom, not from. Cracking start by the Dutch, definitely Mr. V. Look really comfortable,
very good
in possession, and moving the Swedish all over the place. Very good indeed. Russ,
have you been able to catch any games, Mr. V? Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, that's okay, Tom. I'm going to answer for Mr. V, actually, because I did ask him that question last night. And he is actually going to a game. I have forgotten which one he said he was going to. But he has got a game. He has got tickets to a game, and he is going to one. He'll have to let us know which one it is again, because I forgot the actual game he's going to see. But it was late last night, so he'll have to forgive me for that one.
Yeah.
So
I will say I would love. Sorry.
No,
yeah,
carry on.
I would love. Yeah, I would love to be over there. The atmosphere seems incredible at the moment, like especially around sort of the is it Dallas sort of Texan area where
yes, I've seen that. Yeah,
games, the Dutch games, the Japanese games are taking place. it seems to be such a party down there. An incredible atmosphere to go to if it wasn't so expensive.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, the Dutch fans, when you see them before the games, where they're all lined up together, going side to side, you see
The
it on the
Linkspress
social media. It
chants.
looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
It looks
just
really
left,
good.
right in Dutch. It's
Okay.
it's a very fun song, to be fair.
It's yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. Russ saying that Robbie has been good for Sunderland, so thanks, Russ. Cheers, mate.
Good.
Adam, hi Adam. Evening, Lee, and I'm sure I've got this right. It's Tom, not from, and definitely not Thom. That's correct. It's Tom, not from. Thom's in Newquay, I believe, on holiday. Missed the first goal. Was it a decent one? If you've seen the second goal, the first goal is exactly the same, but from the left side, and I mean exactly the same. So yeah, I didn't expect Sweden to be down 2-0 in less than 20. Nor did I. But the way they've started and the way the Dutch have started, it's a fair score. It is a real fair score.
Yeah.
Damage Doe just saying 2-0 Sweden. Russ Bradbury, 7 goals in 22. Is that in the Premier League, Russ? I take it is for Brobby. That's not bad at all for a team that's come up. You'd take that. We'd have taken that for one of ours when we were up last time, wouldn't we? Definitely.
He wasn't with them when they were playing in the Championship last season, were they?
I don't think he was, no. I don't think he was.
I wonder where they got him from.
It would have been some. I would have thought a Dutch side, but I wouldn't tell you where. Excuse me. Oh, it was Ajax. I'm sure Brobby was at Ajax.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. Amsterdam, that's where he's from. So
I've got a feeling he was at Ajax anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. V, oh, sorry. James said, I think Mr. V said Belgium he was going to say. Thank you, James. Yeah, he's just come in behind you and said Belgium v New Zealand. That's it, Mr. V. I remember now. I've read it. Sorry, I couldn't remember that. It was late last night, and I was on the red wine as well. So that's my excuse. Darren says, I was going to go over for the England game in Boston. The ticket was more than the flight over. That does not surprise me whatsoever. They really are pricing out a lot of fans over there for this because they know that they're going to get the tickets used. Damage though, I expect Sweden to come back something like another 3-4 goals in this match either way. I would take that. As they just go for a advert.
They've gone for an ad. Yeah, they've gone for an ad break. Yep.
And
loud boos are ringing through the stadium, and I love
and it's happening at every game. It's superb. Yeah, I mean, even the Powerade hydration break,
the American-Australian one, it didn't happen, but that's just Americans being, used to adverts,
used to four-quarter sports as well, which is what this is virtually turning into. Russ saying yes, so it was Premier League goals. That's decent, that Russ. Thank you. Adam, with the last comment we've got at the moment is, I'd love to go to a World Cup game, but can't find a reason to go. Hand over, I don't know what that means, to go. I think that means a lot, especially when it's supposed to be the people's game. Yeah, 8% of the public can't afford to, and I'll happily spend money. Okay, so you would pay for it if it was reasonable, but obviously it's not at the moment. It's definitely not. And as the stages get further on, it's only going to go up as well. So the second goal, they're just playing that through again. And that is another lovely little finish. You can't ask more for your striker than to be in that position twice, can you? At the near post and just tucking it away. So a really good start.
Credit to Brian. It is just perfect timing, perfect positioning. Feels almost, the fact they've managed to do the same thing twice makes it feel almost training field.
Yes, yeah, you would have thought so. They've definitely seen a weakness, I believe, on this Swedish side, and the Swedish don't seem to be able to get near them really at the moment. So very interesting indeed. Damage Doe has come in with a comment. What was once the game of the people has become the game of the rich. I reckon fans should revolt. Unfortunately, fans will always go to games. We all want to see our team, and every year tickets go up, ours increase. Ours are very good. I would say our club, Sheffield United, we get good value for them, but in some clubs they are ridiculous prices, and people still pay. So
I'll be very interested.
Where there's a need.
Sorry, I'll be very interested to see. I think we're hosting the Euros next, aren't we? In 2 years.
I don't know off the top of my head, Tom. I can have a look.
Yeah, it's UK and Ireland combined Euros.
Oh yeah, I think it is.
Very interested to see what the prices are for that, because will they go up in taking, like, people are seeing the World Cup? Oh, it's not as much as them. It's okay, but they're still going to hike the price, or is it still going to be reasonable? We'll see.
Yeah, you'd hope that some of the group games would be a reasonable price, and I understand it going up slightly for the later stages. But they've got to make tickets available and reasonable for fans to travel, from foreign countries to come over, as it is to America here and to the UK, because the travel's not getting any cheaper either. Flights are going up and transport's getting expensive. But that's nothing we can control. That's outside of our control, as we said. So James comes in again. I went to a few games in Euro '96. To England, to Denmark, as Denmark were in Sheffield. That's correct. I remember that. That was a good tournament. Do you remember that, Tom? Were you around in '96? You won't have been, were you?
I would have been, hold on, 96, minus 6 years old.
Yes, I was going to say, I didn't think you would have been around at that point. No. My youngest son was just born in that year, and he's 30 next month, so I wouldn't have thought you would have been around there at all.
A bit off, I'm afraid, but
yeah,
I will say though, with having international tournaments in Sheffield, a few years ago we had the women's Euros, I believe it was, at Bramall Lane, and all the group stages, and the atmosphere for that was incredible. Living next to it, like we had an England game there as well. I think it was the quarterfinals, and you could just the roar from the stadium, even when you had your windows shut, was incredible.
Brilliant.
Like, it was great when they had it on your doorstep.
Yeah. So the Swedish have got a corner. Had a move down the right-hand side, tried to put a cross in, blocked out for a corner. So this will be interesting to see what they can do here, because as was spoken, the Dutch are quite a big side. The Swedish not so much, but they have got some big lads in there as well.
It's not a corner; it's a long throw. But
it's a long throw. Sorry, yes, it's a flick on, and it was towards goal, but it's hit his own player and gone out for a goal kick.
That was
looks like it's hit Lindelof. Yeah, it looks like it's hit Lindelof in the face or in the chest or something. So Paul Young, it's all corporate tickets now. Read somewhere that one game there was 90,000 tickets, but only 4K was given to each team for their supporters. Rest gone to sponsors and/or corporate companies. Yeah,
is that American football? Like,
I think he means for this. Excuse me.
Oh,
the World Cup. 4,000 per team seems a bit low out of 90,000, but if they're the stats, they're the stats. But it does seem low, really low. Damage though comes in with yes, but World Cup prices plus not every game accessible on TV. They also charge a lot just for watching. Yes, they do. Yeah, I mean we get it on BBC. It's not free to air because you pay your TV license, but it is supposedly free to air in the UK.
I mean, even TV license makes it well worth it. Like,
I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to argue about it. But all major tournaments in the UK are protected by the government to be free to air. It's one of the good things that they do, and that's as much politics as will be spoken tonight.
Indeed.
Darren comes in. I was listening to the price of football and the take on the World Cup tickets. Someone in Haiti would have to work 22 years to afford a ticket on the average wage in Haiti. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what it says more. Well, yes, it's greed, and it's greed in every country, I suppose. So the Swedish are on a break. Isaac's played it in. The ball put in by Gyökeres, and it's come to nothing, unfortunately. But at least they're getting further forward now. So something's changed. It's after the drinks break again, where the momentum gets stopped, and the Swedish have restarted better. That's a terrible touch.
That's another thing which I really dislike about these ad breaks is, yes, obviously, they're just using it as an excuse to cram in more ads and they're not needed and etc. But they are actually changing the game. Like there are consequences just beside cramming, like the user experience, as it were. It's, I don't know. I think who was it? There was an article somewhere by some professor, I can't remember what her name was, where she was lining up the different momentum graphs at each game, and even though they weren't marking the ad breaks on there, you could see them by the shift in momentum, and it was it's amazing how much they've changed the game.
Yeah, we were talking last night, myself and Jim, about if it is a hydration break, why are they allowed to do tactics? They should probably do it. I said on the opposite side of the field, away from the benches. I think James mentioned put it in the centre circle. Might even have been Darren who said it. And that's another one. Don't let the tactics men on. Just give them put the water on the floor and let them go and get it. And keep them away. Let the players sort stuff from themselves if they need to.
Well, they don't care about hydration, do they? It's for adverts.
Exactly right. Damisdo just finishing off just for watching games in the league. Yes, I get that. Yeah. Dawn, Lee, you need to change the scoreboard. Thank you, Dawn. I have totally forgotten as I'm blabbing on, rambling away as we do on this channel. So I will do that now. And I'll just take this one off for a short while. And Tom can take you through the game while it's on.
Yeah. We've had comments up. You haven't been able to see it. It's not been that big of an issue. But
thank you, Tom.
Yeah. Is the timer at the top of the screen accurate? It's about
definitely not.
It's about 15 minutes ahead of mine. I was going to say.
People can't see that, Tom. That's us. That's the amount of time we've been on screen.
That explains a lot. I thought that was a match timer. I'm sorry, everyone. Everyone's really confused now.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah, that's the time. So what we see is there's a clock in the top left-hand corner, and then also an eye that tells you the number of viewers and the time that you've been on screen. So, and Tom just mistook that for the time of the game. So that's not a problem.
In all fairness, I'm very new to this.
You are, Tom, and you're doing very well. So just keep going.
Thank you.
And thank you, Don. Appreciate that. Just give me a nudge next time again, please, because I will forget again, obviously. Adam, hi, Adam. Evening, lads. Good to see both of you. Loving the facts with a mix of commentary. Yeah, we're trying to put some in there. It's lovely to get comments off people to keep the flow of the actual show going. And when anything does actually happen during the game, we will get onto it. Or if there's a drop in comments, we will speak about the game. But it's nice to keep seeing what you're seeing in the game and how you're seeing the World Cup going. It's quite nice to get another view of it apart from just our own. I don't know if you feel the same, Tom.
Yeah, no. Again, it is just like watching a game in the pub with your friends, and the more of you who are getting involved and letting us know what you think, the better. It's
definitely
giving us more rounded views, I guess.
So Texas back on. Just look at the stadium and the scoreboard. Just wow. Also think that the Texans have said it's not good enough and are moving out. That's it. Everything moves on, and in America, bigger, better, faster, more is basically how they live.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure how to feel about these massive, like the ceiling screens almost. It's like, I think there was a thing in one stadium, where was it? Where the screen was angling down towards the pitch and the light from the screen and the changing colours and things was actually affecting the players. Oh,
so Djokovic is through on goal, well defended. Isaac breaking through the middle, slid a ball through to Gyökeres. His first touch wasn't great, and I think it was Van Dijk got back in. It's a no-look pass by Isaac. That's lovely, and he just couldn't get it in front of him enough. Second touch taken away. Oh, it wasn't. It was Van Heck who did the good defending. He's got a very nasty black eye, Van Heck, as well from the first game.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So Damis Doe says Sheffield United won the first division title once in the 1897-98 season, a little before my time, but good they were champions. Respect. Yeah, I don't know if Dave Moore No, Dave Moore might. I was just going to say if Dave Moore could let us know how that was, that'd be great. Cheers, Dave. Darren comes on. That's how I started following United, Tom. I used to live on Norfolk Park and could hear the roar from the lane. I kept pestering my dark side father to take me, and being a Blade man and boy for over 50 years. That's fantastic. That is. Love that.
That's pretty much how I became a Blade as well. I moved here for uni and lived literally next to the lane and got caught up in everything.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So I'm fairly new to football, as it just full stop. But yeah, it's been brilliant.
It is an infectious club, Sheffield United. So I will say that once it's got you, it does keep you. Damis Doe again with about Haiti is one of the poorest, if not the poorest country ever to play in the World Cup. Congrats, though. Yeah, definitely congrats. I didn't know that, but I can understand that. Yeah, Paraguay is so okay. Congo and whoever else, not sure of the poverty level. Okay.
Yeah, Haiti as a country have had a bit of a turbulent time just with natural disasters and. Sorry, that was a shot on goal from Marlon, but yeah, Haiti. Was it the earthquake that they had?
Yeah, but
I remember when I was a kid that devastated the entire country. I remember that being a thing, but
Well,
yeah, it's just
you think about the island itself because it's Santo Domingo, isn't it? It's
Mm.
half Dominican Republic, half Haiti.
Yeah.
And Dominican Republic have got all the tourism and everything now, and are improving the wealth. But obviously Haiti hasn't got any of that, so I can understand it being very poor. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Haitians would move over to the Dominican Republic to work. But again, world geography. We'll move on to football, shall we? At some point. Damage though, put 3-0 up in case Brobby scores another. I ought to make another banner just in case, and I just switch it straight over. And Paul, I'm sure I watched a TV show a few years back, and a baseball team had a massive fish tank behind the batter. I believe you're right. Yeah, of all things, yes, I have seen that somewhere, and I cannot remember where it was. But you are right, Paul. You are
Interesting
right.
thing to put behind a high-speed ball coming at it. That's
yeah, that's a fair point. I bet it was bulletproof glass. So the Swedes are having a bit more play now. They are moving the ball better. They're getting more men forward as well. There was 4 in the box for a short while there, having to come back and restart play again. But definitely getting more in the game. So the drinks break has again changed momentum. They've now got the ball slid through by, is that Lindelof who slid that through, or Yari? Shot on goal by
Gyökeres.
Must have been Gyökeres, yes, and a good save. Punched out and recycled again by the Swedes.
Gyökeres, not Gyökeres. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just sticking with what I can pronounce, and that, if it's wrong, I'll stay with him. I'll stay. You can do it right, mate. I'm not on that level, unfortunately. And the Dutch have won it back, so it's just a little bit scrappy there. I'm back with Van der Ven, and he just slowed play down.
Yeah, be interesting to see if the Dutch just lower the tempo now that they're 2-0 up, or if they'll properly go for the throat.
Yeah, just wait, try and get to half time. Yeah, try and get to half time. Yeah. Paul says, sorry, go on, Tom. Carry on.
In the game against Japan that we saw, towards the very end of the game, the Dutch were in head. They took their foot off the gas, and Japan equalised, and they paid the price for it. So you'd hope they'd learned some lessons from that, but seemingly not. You can't all be England and have really entertaining go for it football, which feels weird to say.
It does, and I hope it carries on. Van der Ven Van der Ven got forward quite well there and put a poor cross into the box, but they again got into that left channel behind the right back of Sweden. They're definitely looking to get down the sides here. Marlon's on the edge of the box, flicked in over the top of Brobby and cleared to the edge of the box, where I think that's Gravenberch has got the ball and recycles to De Jong, and they start again. But a bit of possession again by the Dutch after Sweden have had a good 10 minutes.
Achbo, and nope, straight into the gloves of Nordfeldt.
But again, good effort. A good effort on target.
Yeah.
So Paul says
defenders, that's good.
Very good. Good effort, mate. And the keeper was in the right position. He's done well there. This is the Gyökeres chance, yes. A good save. So Paul says, feel sorry for the fans of Haiti. FIFA should have stepped in and made the prices obtainable for citizens. There's something to be said for actually making them. They could still be expensive, but at the level for the country. So offer that country them at, I don't know, say $10, because that might be a weekly wage or something like that. Whereas for the UK, it could be $500. I don't know. Just try and make it, a bit more commensurate to what the actual people in the country earn. But that won't happen because it's a money grab.
Since when have FIFA cared about the fans?
Exactly. It's a money grab. Darren says they're called Jumbotrons. That's correct. That's correct, Tom. When I go to the ice hockey in Boston, there's 4 huge screens over the middle of the ice, just in case you miss the fastest sport in the world. Yes, I get that, because that puck travels so quick. I wouldn't like to think I have to try and stop it. So it's a ball in again from the left side by Gakpo over everybody, and the Swedish get it and are stuck in the final third. It's got to go long, surely.
Oh,
and he's won the ball. De Jong's won the ball. Marlon's in. Oh, and that's the worst cross they've put in today. That should have been 3. Marlon's put the ball in the 6-yard box, and it's 2 yards in front of the strikers, or a yard in front of the strikers, and it was the easiest job he would have had today to put that there.
The thing is, that looked almost the same as the 2 goals earlier in the game, but Brobby just wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah. I thought the cross could have been pulled back a little bit better than it was, but yeah, that's the first time he's not been actually on the end of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excuse me. James says a lot of ex-United players end up living in Sheffield or the surrounding areas after playing for the Blades. Yeah, a lot of them love the city. It is a fantastic city, to be fair.
I think that's just people full stop, to be honest, because don't the two Sheffield universities have like the highest retention rate after graduating
That's
in
correct.
like the UK or something? Like everyone stays
correct.
here. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's the friendly city, isn't it? As it's known. So, biggest village in the world is another name for it. I think it's been called as well. So Dave Morwood comes on. Oh, I remember it well, Lee. I was 12, and my favourite player was Tom Ford, who, when he retired, went into producing men's and women's scents. Lovely. And thanks. I hope you don't mind me doing that, Dave. Lovely, nice one. Yeah, Darren just saying, nice one, Dave.
Ayari just had a shot. Gone over the bar.
Okay. Yeah. Tom, if you want to just jump in, if there's anything happening in the game and I'm reading something out, just talk over the top of me, mate, and I'll stop.
I feel kind of bad because I've been talking over the top of you quite a bit over the.
That's just us getting
streams,
in. Just us getting in sync, Tom. Yeah. Just us getting in sync. We'll work it out. Don't worry. Yeah, just start talking, mate, and I will stop.
Great.
Mr. Vancouver. Fun fact: FIFA refuses to let British Columbia, is that right, place stadium open the roof.
Oh, yeah.
During matches because they don't want shadows from the sunshine on the pitch. And Montreal refused to give up the Formula One race as FIFA demanded. Wow. Just who do you think they are?
Not allowed. Like basically every single stadium in the country has shadows on the pitch. That's just part of the game. Like,
it's incredible.
That's FIFA being weird.
Russ comes in. Did you know that Crescencio Somerville's father was a Jimmy Somerville tribute act called Rasterville? He changed his name to Somerville in 1999 on the suggestion of Prince's cousin. Brilliant. That's brilliant, Russ. I love it. I know it's wrong, but I love it. Keep it coming.
It is interesting though. There are a lot of Dutch people who have very English names, which you usually wouldn't expect, but I feel like most of my friends over in the Netherlands have very stereotypical British names, despite having no connection with the country. It seems to be a bit of like a national thing. So it's not too weird to see like a Somerville or a Brian or anything, but I don't know.
Well, I don't really know.
Another cross into the Swedish box. That's
they're asking for handball. The referee's not having any of it.
Yeah.
Michael Oliver. Darren says, it's not our attack that's the issue, Tom. It's our defence. And watching Morocco's attack Scotland last night, they were just like them Blades from last season with the pace of the attack. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Dave said, I don't mind at all. It's fun and entertaining. I know you don't, mate. I know you don't. And Jack's on. Good evening, lads. How are you both? Okay. Yeah, very well, thank you. I'm speaking for myself. I'm sure Tom is as well. Tom, you okay? Yeah, lovely. Yeah. And good to hear from you, Jack. Hope you're well too. Okay, so we'll talk about a bit of football now then. It's just coming up to nearly the end of the first half, and you would say that the Dutch have been, I would say, by far the better side, Tom, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, after the ad break, it has swapped, as you'd expect. But yeah, it's mostly been the Dutch on top. They're the one who's actually been able to convert their chances. They look dangerous in the attack, but maybe they just know the weaknesses. But Sweden do have a free kick now after Newmandenson went down, and it's a cross into the box, header, and in the goal. Sweden have scored.
2-1. 2-1. So quite a few people fancied 2-1 today, and that looks like it's good. It's going to. Oh, they're just doing a check. They'll be checking for offside here, I think.
Offside, yeah.
Yeah. They don't seem to be celebrating too much, the Swedish. But fantastic ball into the box, though. What a lovely cross from the free kick.
Oh. Yeah, that's offside, I think.
They all look off. And it's the guy at the back, isn't it? Yeah, he looks offside.
Yeah.
What's the predictions been like tonight, Tom, in your predictions league? The Ramblers, for the Platinum Ramblers.
I'll very quickly get my thing up because For each match, I try and make a little infographic for each team and what they'll do. For this one, we had, the goals officially disallowed. 20. So we have 25 Plats who are taking part in the competition. 20 of them predicted that the Netherlands would win, and 5 predicted a draw. Nobody predicted that Sweden would win.
They all seem to be very wise so far, you would say.
I personally predicted a 3-2 to the Netherlands. But
okay, so you're still in it. You're still in it. Yeah, you're still in it.
Yeah.
Again, down the left, they're getting done all the time down there. Gakpo is having a field day with the right centre half.
Yeah. Can we quickly say though, how quick was that VAR check for offside? I know it was a fairly obvious one, but again, that would have been about 3 minutes in the Prem. That was about 20 seconds. That's how it should be done.
Semi-automatic, isn't it? With the latest, I mean, if this is the latest version of VAR, get it into the Premier League as quick as you can, because it's very good for offsides and things. Like I say, I don't want to use it too much, but very good. Darren says, I believe FIFA's elections are next year, and guess who's going to divide all the money from this year's World Cup? Wouldn't be the guy in charge now, would it? Yes, it would be. Yes, it would. Jack says, I'm fine. Enjoyed the day with the kids. Watched the transfer rumour. Not a fan of the link. That's a rumour that Jimmy put out on Blades Ramble today regarding, is it Archie Gray? Not Archie Gray. I can't think of his name. It's the youngest of the Gray family who was at loan from Leeds at Rotherham last season. Very interesting if you want to go and watch it after you've watched this game. And he actually gets Connor on from One Leeds to give his view of the player as well, which is very interesting. Connor's very clued up and very good on YouTube. It was
a thing in the past, which happened quite a bit, but I really enjoy it on the Ramble when we get fans of other clubs coming in to give opinions about games and transfers. I understand it's very busy nowadays, but I really enjoyed it back in the day when there was a lot more of that. We've got another Swedish free kick.
It's very close as well to the edge of the box.
Yeah,
so
we'll see what happens this time.
Be interesting to see who takes this. Gyökeres is over it.
Nigrian and Gyökeres is. I think it's Gyökeres is going to take it.
He looks keen. I saw him play for Sporting Lisbon over in Porto 2 years or 3 years ago. They brought him on. He'd been injured and they were 2-0 down. He scored 2 in 2 minutes to draw 2-2.
And good save by Bavroka.
Good save. Very good save.
Yeah.
It was a nice free kick, actually. Nice and low, going in the bottom left-hand corner. Good hit. Out for a throw-in, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice, though, isn't it? Comfortable for the keeper, actually. It was in the right spot. So we've got another long throw coming in. It's from the Leeds player, I believe.
Oh.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry. Take that away. A volley on the edge of the box, like City Pecs for Sheffield United fans when it flew in the box, but this one flew over into the fans. So it's the free kick again. As my wife just comes in to the living room. So Dave Morwood says, Tom, stop the game at 2-1, please. So he's obviously got 2-1 in the predictor.
Well, it's not 2-1 yet.
Ian, the gatekeeper, as well, stop the clock. So they both got for a 2-1. No, it's 2-0. It's 2-0. It's been disallowed. And Dave, obviously, VAR, no. And Ian the same. He's booing VAR. Mr. Vancouver, stop the clock. Yeah, they do. They keep the clock running as well, don't they? Through the ad break. At,
I don't understand why.
You think they'd just stop it, wouldn't you? But
it doesn't make any difference, to be honest. You're just adding it to the end, so why bother?
They won the ball again, the Swedes, just in their final third. Cut out by the Dutch, but recycled again to the left side of the box.
Ooh.
Laid back to Ayari, and a good save by Verbruggen. Good hit by Ayari, that. So a bit of pressure from the Swedes at the end of the half.
The Dutch are going to be happy to get to half time.
Definitely.
It's they could. I think it's probably going to go in 2-0 at the break, but if the Swedes can manage to get one in, then it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think it's going to be a corner, isn't it? So
definitely a corner. Actually, Koeman was complaining to the referee's assistant, excuse me, about how long they're taking because they're into the
Swing in, punched
coming
away
into
by
the 5th minute.
Verbruggen, and it is half time.
Good half for the Dutch. Swedish came into it after the water break, but very good half for the Dutch. They'll be very happy. So Mr. Van Kluver stop the clock. Adam says, I went 3-1. Oh, you're still in it, Adam? You're still in that? I can see more goals in this, definitely. Harry Gray, thank you very much, Ian. That was the name. Archie's his brother at Tottenham, who was at Leeds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Text comes back in. A big no from me about Archie Gray. Unless Harry Gray, sorry, mate, I've led you down a path there. It's a full transfer. Unless it's a full transfer, we have to our own young players to develop. That's true. That is true. Jack says, hopefully with Australia losing last night, Harry Suter is obtainable. Wishful thinking. I think he would be obtainable, but he's on a lot of money, and it's whether Leicester. I know Leicester need to sell, but are Leicester that desperate that we can afford him because his wages would be high. Great.
It'll be interesting. I would love to see him back so much. I've said it quite a few times, but what a player. He didn't have that bad a game against the US. The US were just really good somehow.
Yeah, he's definitely a player that I would say 95% of Blades would welcome with opening arms, if not 100% of Blades. He was superb.
How many players have gone on loan to a club and then have come back for half a season and then come back to the club after leaving to, applaud the fans and do a lap of honor as a guest? Like,
that's very true.
I don't remember seeing any other player do that. Like, he clearly loves the place. He was posting on Instagram about us, like during the season as well. Like, he clearly likes the club, and I can see him coming back. I just think it depends entirely on Leicester and whether they're looking to sell or if he manages to get a move somewhere bigger, which, to be honest, he deserves. So
hopefully he enjoyed it that much. He takes a little bit of a pay cut and comes to us, or a longer contract with a slightly less pay. You never know. Darren O'Keefe says Connor, with his new hair and eyebrow colour, looked lovely. Although he was a bit cheeky at the start. He was cheeky at the start as well. Hello down there. How's it going? Yeah, that's very much so. He said that. Adam Robinson, the Prem has had semi-automated offside since April 25th, but has not made much difference. That's correct. That is correct. It hasn't made much difference. Jack says Connor changes his hairstyle every week. He's a top lad though. Love watching his crash outs on live stream. Yeah, they are funny. When he hid behind the yucca plant, it was quite funny when Leeds lost the late goal. And about his hair, I wish I could change my hairstyle, Jack. But unfortunately, I can't. Tom's lucky enough he can, and he also wears a cap to cover it every now and again. So I can do the cap thing, but maybe not the hairstyle. Is the cap there, or is it elsewhere?
It is on a hook behind me. So
there you go. So that's probably how most people will see Tom at the games, because that's how Tom normally comes to when we all see him at the games. He's got his hat on. Because before we first did our first watch along together, which was against the Japanese, Tom actually asked me, should I wear my hat or not? Do you think people will? And I said not. Take it off. But that's Tom. That's how we know Tom.
The weird thing is, I've had people in public who have recognized the hat, even though this is apart from this World Cup, I've not been on live streams and still have been recognized. It was weird. I don't know if it's happened to you, Lee. I think Big T's talks about it a little bit, but I mean, the Ramble's been great, but it's weird sometimes.
Yeah, you do get recognized now and again out, and it is quite a strange thing, because you're just talking about football with mates. It's just something you do for fun. Damisdo says there's always a De Jong and always a Kerman in the Netherlands squad. To be fair, there's always a De Jong. Yeah, that's true. Darren says the Dutch manager is a bit of a crybaby. Didn't he refuse to shake Clough's hand after we beat them in the FA Cup? I believe yes. Is that when he was at Everton? Was he at Everton? I think he was. Let's just have a quick look there. It was Everton and Southampton, so it could have been one of those two. Yes, I'm sure he did. More likely to be Southampton, isn't it? That.
No idea, mate. I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's some while ago. That would be. James said Wilder did say we wasn't looking at Gray. Okay, but then what I would say, James, I'm happy with that. If not, but what I would say, I don't think Chris Wilder would let anybody know who he's actually looking at anyway. or who he's not looking at. I think he'd just play the game because he's holding his cards close to his chest nowadays. There doesn't seem to be anywhere near as many leaks get out of the club that there used to be, because we used to know. No, I don't mean me and Jimmy or anybody like that. I mean the fans used to hear about people coming in weeks before they actually did, and now you very rarely hear anything. Paul says, I'm on my own here, but I think I'm going to say no to Suter. High wages and the turning arc of an oil tanker. We can't afford the wages and the transfer fee. Money we don't have. That's very true, Paul.
Yeah.
There would have to be a compromise somewhere. But, Harry Maguire's got the turning circle of an oil tanker and he's a very good player. I just think when he plays with the game in front of him, Harry Suter is outstanding. He just needs a partner with pace at the side of him. But you, Tom, are you in agreement with that, or do you see it differently?
I can understand why it would be risky, especially post-injury, but I think this World Cup has basically proven that he is fit and ready to go. It's just, is there a chance of a recurring injury? We can't really afford that. That would be my only concern with him, but I don't know. He was so incredible for us, and yes, he has some strengths and weaknesses, but those strengths are so high. I understand why they'd be concerned, but I think he's worth it.
Yeah, they always say never fall in love with a lone player, but I think most of the fans fell in love with Harry Suter, didn't they?
I've done that so many times. It's not
good. Jack says, I'd rather bring him back than Walker, in my opinion. We'd sort out the back line. I agree with that, actually. I agree with that as well. I'd love Kyle Walker to be back at the club, and it's more heart over head. That decision is what I'm saying for me. Because we've got a very good right back in Femi Sariki, who would learn a lot from Kyle Walker, a hell of a lot, but it would also stifle his development as well, I believe, because he wouldn't be playing as much. Unless we sold Femi Sariki, which could also happen. You never know.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yes, definitely. It's all going to happen soon. And like I said, transfer tracker tomorrow, 7:00 on Blades Ramble. We'll be talking about some of these, I'm sure. Because Jimmy wants to have a go at me for last night. I've got issues with the ownership of the club, and I think Jimmy wants to take me to point on it tomorrow. So that'll be quite interesting as well. I'm ready.
After the playing game, that'll be fun.
That's correct. James said, I think Leicester will be looking to offload many players, and they are on big wages. Yeah, they've got to. They are heavily in debt. I think they owe something like £100 million in transfer fees, as well as over 100 million in debt. They really need to get rid of a lot of players and a lot of wages off the books. I actually work for a company based in Leicester, so there's a lot of Leicester fans down there, and they're in dismay at how the club's been managed over the last few years. And that's ownership side as well as management. And I can't see it getting much better with the employment of Russell Martin as the next manager, because I think he's a bit of a fraud. But there we go. That's just me personally, my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Paul, nothing wrong with hats, Tom. That's correct. Yours is an absolute stunner as well, Tex, when you bring yours. Absolute stunner. Jack says, how's Chong been getting on this World Cup? Well, he played. I think they were saying he did okay for Curaçao. Obviously,
yeah, I mean, it was hard to tell because, it was against Germany and they conceded, what was it, like 6, was it? I can't remember. 7?
Yes. Yeah. 6 or 7.
But,
yeah, 6 or 7.
But I think he was the best from what I can remember from the game. To be fair, there have been a lot of games over the last week, and they are starting to sort of blend a little bit. But I remember the commentators being exceptionally positive about him, and his attributes towards the cup. So we'll see. It's I'll be interested to see. Aren't they? Quick tangent. I remember making a banner for the prediction, so I think they're playing this evening. Yes, he will be playing at 1 a.m. If you want to stay up and watch that.
Ecuador. Yes. I saw it advertised earlier, and my wife said, "Are you staying up for it?" And I went, "No, not a chance." It's not like a big game, Ecuador versus Curaçao. How's Chungwee getting on, though? As you've said there, hopefully, if he keeps playing well, he might get some people looking at him. Maybe a swap deal with Leicester for Harry Suter. Who knows? That'd be nice.
Maybe. Alternatively, he just plays well for us. That'd be good.
Yeah, I think we're more likely for the others. But there we go.
see.
Darren, yes, it was Southampton that Ronald Koeman was the manager. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Mr. Van Cooper loves a flat cap and definitely suits Tom. It does suit Tom. It does suit Tom. It doesn't suit me, but it does suit Tom. Paul says it was a partnership that was good. Anella's a partner and Suter's the main CB, but we ain't got anyone who could partner Suter.
That's fair.
I actually think, and I think that Tanganga would be a good partner for him, actually.
Yeah.
And I think he would be a great partner for Tanganga because he's a proper leader, Suter, and really organises the back line. And Tanganga really struggled last year to try and organise the back line and be the captain. He's not a captain. I personally feel Tanganga will leave this summer. I think somebody will pick him up, and I think he'll head back down south. But we're yet to see, aren't we? We're yet to see. That's just a personal feeling.
I think he's going to do a. I think he's going to do a Sousa. I think.
Okay.
If he stays around next season, I think he's going to do well. And maybe that's just me being a stupid positive blade, but I think that everyone is doubting him and has some questions, but we know that there's a player in there.
Oh yeah.
And I think he just needs to get settled and get used to not being in London and be in a team which supports him, and we'll see. I think he's going to do well.
I think taking the captaincy off him would help him. Personally, that's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
So Jack then says every player has strengths and weaknesses. If the deal is right, then sure. It's gone BBC. Then sure, but we can't break the bank and leave the squad empty. That's very true, Jack. I'm sure Wilder will have his budget and he'll be working to it, and the board will be keeping him to it as well. We can't go over. The new rules come into play this season, so we've got to be strict on them as well. The squad cost ratios, although it is over a 3-year period, we don't want to fall foul of that. It's not a 3-year period; it's the 85%, but the board can put in 33 million over 3 years. So whether they'll do that is another question. And I'm sure Jimmy will take me to task tomorrow about it. Brother BKL Sport Entertainment Show. What's your favourite jersey through FIFA history, fellas? Well, mine would be there's two. So it would be the Dutch 74 shirt with Cruyff, the orange and with the black Adidas stripes. And my favourite English one is the World Cup 82 Admiral red away shirt with the white and blue blocks across the chest. Tom?
I do really like my shirts. In terms of FIFA ones, the two that come to mind, give me a second. I really like this German one from a couple of years ago, with the gradient on the sleeves. It's just in the colours of the Dutch flag. It's sort of like fiery. I really like this one, the German one. The other one, there was a Japanese one a while ago which had like a gradient of like cherry blossoms across it. I can't remember what year it was, but that looked really cool as well. But in terms of like sort of FIFA non-national team ones, I was given this one. It's from a Dutch team called Dordrecht. Which I really, really like this one because it's got the
East.
Yeah, it's got the sort of not skyline, sort of like some of the houses in the town centre across it. I did architecture. I really, really enjoy this shirt. This is the club that Gus Harmer was loaned at when he was developing as well, which is really cool. But
is that when he was at Sparta Rotterdam and they loaned him out?
Yes.
Was it Sparta?
It was one of the Rotterdam teams. That's where he's from. But yeah, I think this is a slightly niche one. Sorry, this is just turning into show and tell. All right, yeah.
So Tom's gone to his cupboard, obviously.
always got to bring up this one.
Yes.
Getting Matilda Shakes merch.
Playing really at the Foundry in Sheffield on the 3rd of October, I believe. Tickets are very reasonable. Fantastic live band. And James is the Platinum Rambler. Exceptional. Also, if you've never heard of him, Go and check them out on Spotify or Apple Music. Matilda Shakes, exceptional live band.
You will have heard of them because they do the intro music for the Ramble and everything. So you will have heard of them.
Correct.
They are really good.
Correct.
Yeah.
Brother
So
BKL.
I will stop doing shirts now because it will just be me nerding out and no one cares. So
Brother BKL says again, I definitely do like 2010 Nike Netherlands third World Cup with a striking darker orange shirt featuring a large Dutch lion crest watermark on the chest. I like the Total 90 Nike shirt. It was black with orange trim, and we bought it in Holland. Me and my wife travelled, and we bought the full kit, the full black kit for my eldest son a long time ago. A long time ago.
Yeah. I wore this.
People will have to let us know. People let us know what your favourite kits are over there. Yes, you wore that for the first game, didn't you? The Lotto one.
The flag. It's so cool on the cuff and the sleeves. It's lovely.
That reminds me of Dennis Bergkamp.
I will stop now.
That's reminds me of Dennis Bergkamp. That the teams are back out, by the way, for the second half. Sweden are going to kick off. Paul says the owners haven't spent any money on the squad yet. They have taken out loans to fund recent incomes. That's correct. Jack says I'm not impressed with the owners. They haven't really done anything yet apart from waste money and sack the manager. Yeah. James says Leicester have big contracts going right through to 2029. Yes, they do. They are really struggling. Darren says he was woeful. He kept giving the ball away, even though they played German. He didn't have a good game. That's talking about Chong, and that sounds very much like his Sheffield United form. To be honest, you've got to remember he's playing for a small country, Curacao, against one of the giants of world football. So it would have been under pressure most of the game. As the Swedes come forward on the right-hand side of the box, tries to play a through ball into the runner, Ayari, but it's broken up, and it's a Dutch free kick.
There were substitutes. We missed some substitutes.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just... Sorry. I was like, that's Reinders. He wasn't on the pitch earlier. Was he on the pitch
Reinders started. Yeah, Reinders started, mate.
Never mind. I'm blind. Ignore me.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Cornish Blade. So Dave says he may be playing at 1 a.m, but after my early start, I will not be watching. Neither will I, mate. Neither will I. Adam says, now I know this is a long shot, but just imagine Super Anel and Tanganga. That is the longest of long shots, Adam.
Yeah.
The longest. I think Anel will play another season at Feyenoord and then probably will move to an Italian club somewhere like that because he's doing very well.
He ain't coming back, I'm afraid, mate.
Definitely not. Not to us, unfortunately. Same as Vinny Souza's not. The Dutch again on the attack, cleared by Sweden. It was just bobbling about in the box. Darren says Sutty was good when Anel was beside him. Correct. He needs a quicker play beside him because nothing is getting past him, and we may score from a corner as a result. Very true. Similar to what I said about that, I do agree. Ian says Genoa not triggering the option on Zatterstrom. Yeah, I saw it was confirmed today, but we did.
The Dutch have scored again.
Exactly the same goal.
Cody Gakpo, I believe. That was okay. We've had 3 identical goals. This
time it was Dumfries, wasn't it, down the right, getting behind the fullback again or the left centre half, pulling the ball straight across the 6-yard line and a tap in at the back stick for Cody Gakpo. The Dutch are playing that game to a T, aren't they?
Wow. 3-0. I expected more. It's going to sound harsh. I expected more from Sweden, to be honest.
Excuse me. Yes, me too. And that does look onside. Tight, but I think he's onside. So they're just having a look now. It's a lovely ball. What a lovely cross that is across the 6-yard line, 6-yard box. Let's just see. They're taking the time with this one. I thought this would have been quite quick. But I'll have to change the banner. Done. I will change the banner. Just waiting for it to be confirmed. So I believe it's been confirmed. So I will just go and change the banner. I'll let you just talk through that, Tom, if you want to, on the screen that's James put on.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's the Swedes are advancing now. They're slowly passing it up the pitch. The Dutch defending well and have regained possession. And they're now just passing it around the back. So yeah, that was a very quick goal into the second half. It was that was 2 minutes in, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah, and they scored early in the first half. They scored early in the second half.
Starting strong.
Obviously, very good indeed.
Oh, we have had a sub actually. Somerville's on. I missed that.
Okay, before Marlon, you take Marlon.
I believe so. I'll
Yeah,
have to check.
I would have as well.
Yeah.
I would have taken Marlon off as well. James says, "Is it too early to call the board out now?" No, I wouldn't call them out yet. For board out, it's too early. Got to give them this season, and that's me saying that. I'm not quite happy with them yet, but we've got to give them time. Adam says, and swinging back to Vinny, I find it hilarious that we wanted a move to play in the World Cup and then doesn't get called up. Yes, he did. What was the point in that then? And I don't laugh. Well, he's on 90 grand a week at Wolfsburg, so that's a big point in it as well. And he wanted to play top level football, which we couldn't offer him. And he was an asset that we really needed to get rid of, I would have said. So on both sides, it's worked. Worked more for him than us, but we didn't miss that type of player last year. But how do you stand in the way of a guy who can earn 3 times, 4 times what he was on with us? The West German shirts of the 80s for me, Paul Young says. Yeah, I remember him, Paul. I don't remember him being too spectacular. There was the one with the banding across the chest where Mateus and people like that playing in it. I remember. The longest, the youngest. Okay. Yes, Paul. Sorry, Danny, the youngest. The longest, the youngest. Okay. Mr. Vancouver, so much for 2-1. Yeah, that's a lot of people not going to be happy now. Sorry,
you still get the goal difference.
Ian. Correct,
Sweden get another 2 goals. You're back on points again.
Damisdo, Gakpo, my man. I like PSV. He played there. Okay, I've been to the PSV stadium. I've not seen a game there, but I've been to Eindhoven a couple of times. Quite like Eindhoven. Nice place. Jimmy Smith, well, that was quick. Yes, it was in the first half as well, Jim, to be fair. 2 identical goals from the opposite sides. First goal in first half. And, 3 identical goals, really, Tom, like you've said, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. You'd have hoped that Sweden would have learned by now, but apparently not.
Yeah, and they've really got to go for it now, Sweden. I mean, it's more than likely that they'll go through anyway with 3 points, but they'll fancy getting another, again, maybe against the Japanese, fancy getting a point in the next game, but I can't see them coming back from this. But you did say 3-2, didn't you, Tom? You fancied 3-2.
I did say 3-2. It feels weird to now be sort of cheering for Sweden, but, you know.
Jack says, on the games you've watched so far, which player has impressed you the most? Elliot Anderson. I thought he was outstanding for England, controlled the game. For me.
Cheat answer, and I can't remember his name, so apologies, but the Cape Verde goalkeeper.
Yes, he did play well. Yes, he had a very good game, didn't he?
Game. That was so
he did
fun.
Do well. Yes, that's a good shout, though. Very good shout. Jack then says, James, I think it's too early to judge. However, you can then call them out on the stupid decisions and not surrounding themselves with people who know football. They wanted a quick fix, but you got to give a few seasons, and we'll see how they are with Wilder in the sea. Yeah. Talking about Sheffield United's board. This James says, I like the Croatia shirt with the red diamonds. Yes, like the checkerboard. Yeah, very good shirts.
It's iconic.
Very iconic. When Suka and people like that was playing in Prozanecki a few years ago. Very iconic.
I believe.
Sorry?
Yellow card to Newmanson going back to the game. That was a nasty tackle.
He's a Leeds player. It's usual, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd expect that from that lot.
Yeah, definitely. Darren says, I'm not surprised the Dutch are giving Sweden a bit of a chasing when the only good things out of Sweden are Volvo cars and 2 girls from ABBA. That's your point of view, Darren. I'm not going to back you with that. I'm going to leave you with it. There you go.
That's a bit harsh. They gave us IKEA.
Okay, yeah, and IKEA. There you go. So you've been helped out. Brilliant.
I do like Sweden quite a lot. I'd love to go there at some point.
Yeah, I've not been. I do like to go to warm air countries. Obviously, Holland's not the warmest country, but it is a nice place to visit, to be honest. I do like going to different towns in Holland. Yeah. Damage Dog says, Gakpo assisting a goal. Man of the match, he probably doesn't score again. Yeah, go on, Tom. Sorry, mate.
No, I was just going to say I massively prefer cold holidays for some reason. The Dutch are advancing again, though.
Very much so. It's a
Gakpo
5-on-5.
is Gakpo. Oh, that's in. Cody Gakpo.
4-0.
Wow.
So Damisdo is going to be very happy. Very happy indeed.
Very, very happy.
Because now it's an assist and 2 goals.
Yeah.
Adam says, I misheard that he hadn't been called up on one of the other streams, and no, I don't blame him for wanting highways. His level of football and fair play. Yeah. Jack says, got his missus invested into the World Cup. Next objective, turning the Luton fan into a Blade. I'd have thought she would jump at the chance to be a Blade if she's a Luton fan, to be quite honest. Danny's though, now. Nice one.
I will say, Danny, like one of the things that's happened over recent years, especially thanks to Connor and Jim. Sorry, they're just replaying the goal. That's
a good goal.
Good shot.
Very good goal.
Oh, well done, Cody. It feels like the rivalry between United and Leeds has gone from genuine not liking each other to sort of like almost like a friendlier sort of sibling-esque rivalry. We still like enjoying taking pokes at each other, but there's, especially after that season where we were both chasing for top spot, there does feel to be a bit of a grudging respect, I feel. I don't know if that's just me being, happy, clappy and positive, but I definitely do. I don't hate Leeds anymore. I feel like it's more so just hoping that they don't do well just to be able to have a bit of a laugh at them. But yeah, respectable club. Just don't do well, please.
I think that's a fair call. We have mellowed against Leeds, to be quite honest, and the way they played the season they went up in the Championship, they were fantastic. Great to watch going forward. Unless you were the team getting beat by them, unfortunately. Very good team, and I think as a club they're only going to get stronger and slowly climb the Premier League table. I think they'll be a top 10 club soon, 2 or 3 years, especially with the improvements they're making. No, in 2 or 3 years, I think they'll steadily climb. And I won't go as far as the top 10. I don't think they'll be a top 6 or a top 8. But I can see them being in the Premier League for a long time now. They've got things right. And they've got rid of Melier this year as well. He's on great Swedish, effort by the Swedes.
Yeah, who was that? Was that Niagara?
Ayari.
Yeah. All right. I couldn't read if it was a 10 or an 8, I'll be honest. So
doesn't he play for Brighton?
Ayari. He does, yes.
Yes, I thought he did.
Yeah.
Good player. Good player. Brighton, really a good side. Brighton didn't have the greatest of years this year, but still a good side. They finished about mid-table, didn't they, in the end? At one point, they was up to 5th, I believe, weren't they, Brighton?
I'll be honest, I don't pay attention to the Premier League. I have no idea.
Yeah, not as much for me, mate. But the way they bring players in through the scouting system for low fees and then sell them high is just a fantastic way of doing business.
They
do really well, and they don't get too precious about the players. They do let them go, which a lot of clubs try and hold on to. But if that's their model,
it's the fact that they have become the byword for what all the Championship teams should be doing. Like they are the one that gets constantly quoted. We'll see.
So Damisdo says, are Sweden playing like a bottom club in the Championship or what? Well, the bottom club in the Championship last season was Sheffield Wednesday, and they're playing a lot better than Sheffield Wednesday, even at 4-0.
Curacao played better than Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not playing very well. But I think a lot of it, Damisdo, is the fact that the Dutch are controlling the game, basically. And they only really, when they sit back, is the only time that Sweden really get a chance. The Dutch could see this out now if they wanted to. Really could.
Oh yeah, like there's no chance that they don't win this game.
I totally agree. Ray says, looking really good here, Netherlands. 4 up now. Yeah, exactly.
You say that says, forward, they're breaking. Is that Nygren?
It's a Langer, isn't it?
And the Sweden score.
Wow.
4-1. That makes detailed words.
Yeah, it's a Langer. I'm sure it is.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So he must come on as a sub because he didn't start Elanga. Yeah, Elanga came on at 55. Yeah, they've made 3 subs: Zanelli, Elanga, and Bergvall.
Yep.
He's the Bergvall must be the Tottenham player. Yes, I'm sure he is. Look, the pace of Elanga there to get him behind. Lovely finish. Good
This has
goal.
been a great game.
It's been a nice one to watch, to be quite honest. And the people have been good with the comments, been able to get along with the comments and make the game go with it. And I'm going to have to change the banner again. I might take the banner off altogether. There we go. I will now change that. So they can't be checking for anything, surely.
I forgot to unmute it after half time, so hold on.
No, so they're playing. It's 4-1. And after we just said we can't see a way back in this for the Swedish have a slight glimmer of hope. So maybe we say another one and get another goal. So I still can't see them getting back into it, to be quite honest. I think the Dutch will be too good. And with 3-goal lead now, you can't see them throwing that away. As they nearly get through again with Elanga. So Pablo says, my future son-in-law's Dutch, and I'm really hoping we don't end up playing Holland. Yes, me too on this. The Dutch look really well drilled and good. They look a lot different than they did against the Japanese when they sat back a little bit and they let the Japanese come back into it. But here they've gone forward very well. They had, after the drinks break, they did drop off a little bit in the first half. Tom, yourself?
Yeah, if he gets too mouthy, just remind him of the Euros semi-final.
Fair play. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Funny on about Gakpo. Liverpool fans don't rate Gakpo. Okay. Yeah, I know you meant Gakpo, Jack. Don't worry about that, mate. Ayari is more prolific for Sweden than Isak or Gyökeres. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. And Ian says, what's the biggest winning margin anyone has predicted, Tom, for this game?
Bit of an outlier on this one. My friend Lucas, who helped make the coding behind the document, predicted 10-0 to the Netherlands.
Is he Dutch?
He is Dutch.
Yes.
He is Dutch. He knows nothing about football, bless him.
Obviously.
He was very enthusiastic about it, and is showing a bit of home pride and is doing probably better than other people predicted in terms of the goal difference. But,
so Sweden have just got a corner. Elanga drove down the right, got behind, played like the ball that been getting the goals for Holland, for the Netherlands, and it was just cleared by Van Heck for a corner. So it's a corner that Ayari is going to take now and put into the box.
And defended away.
Yeah, Big Virgil's cleared that away to the edge of the box. That Lindelof coming in to try and flick it back in. 25, I can't see who that is. Because they've changed the numbers on screen. And this is the fourth goal, isn't it? It's Gakpo's fourth goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked onside. And he was. Yeah. Damage was laughing. Ray, and they pull one back. Yes, Ray, just as we were saying, there's no chance for them anymore.
Curse the commentator.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how bad we are, we can still put a curse on them, Tom. You know. So the Dutch are coming again. Dumfries wide right. They're going back. So yeah, they're just working it around the box now. Well, that's a dodgy little pass, and it's back to Van Dijk. Dan says the only team I really dislike are the bankrupt S6 minnows. Delusions of grandeur all in their heads and the trees. Yep. Jimmy says, what a finish that is. Yes, definitely, Jim. Lovely finish there by Elanga. It was a bit of an enigma. There you go. Get that out of my teeth. Where he seems to be a really good player, but he's so up and down. I mean, Man United, Forest. Is it Newcastle now, I believe? Elanga. Has he gone to Newcastle?
Elanga, let's have a very quick
still at Forest?
Look. I can't. Hold on, where is he?
So cleared, but it's a corner by the Dutch, cleared. Back out to Dumfries, and they're just going to recycle. Let's have a quick look. See
I think I'm being blind again. I can't seem to see him. Where's he gone?
No problem. I can find it in here. And yes, he's at Newcastle. I've got him here
right.
on my.
Oh, there he
screen
is.
list.
Yeah. For some reason, I was looking for a name beginning with A, like Alan. But
Yeah, bags of pace,
yeah,
and
right.
a lot of quality, but he's just a very up and down player. There's a lot of wide players are, to be quite honest. That's a great finish by Gakpo, just showing the referee view of the goal. Michael Brown. Is it, oh Lord, Michael Brown? I hope it is. Michael Brown says, that changed after the tribute at Ellen Road to George Baldock, where former Blade teammates of Starman, Ethan Ampadu and Bogle laid a wreath on the pitch, which both sets of supporters warmly applauded. I think,
I remember that one.
yeah, it was. And I think fans of most clubs were fantastic about when George passed. Yeah, really sad time for his family and the Sheffield United family.
Even Sheffield
along with
Wednesday
that.
were really good about it. Like
Yes,
they
they
put a
were.
tribute up. Like
Yeah,
it is one of those things of like, obviously there is rivalry in football, but it should never get to the point of hate. And there are things, again, it is a cliche, but it is true. There are things that are bigger than football.
Definitely, and that is definitely one of them. Damizosi Delanga, talented on his day. Forest had him and let him go. That's correct. Very talented on his day. There's like a goal every 10 minutes. There is a goal every 10 minutes, and I keep having to change my banner, don't I? I think I've got to change it again. You know, my banner's okay. I can show my banner. There we are. We're okay for 5 minutes. And at least I haven't had to be told again, which has been worthwhile. Damizdo says, if Netherlands in the World Cup with this squad, it won't compare with Hullet, Van Basten and Rijkaard back in the day. That was some team. That really was some team. 88, I would say. The 88 Netherlands side that won the Euros. Fantastic team. Van Basten, one of the best strikers I've ever seen, to be quite honest. Very unlucky with injuries.
Fair enough.
Ian the Gatekeeper, LOL Lucas. Having a laugh at Lucas. Darren says, what I always think about with Brighton is the time the bankrupt S6 Minnows beat them in the playoffs. Wow, that could have been them for them lot if only Dull hadn't beaten them lot. Correct, that is true. When Hull went up, Hull went up instead of Sheffield Wednesday, and since then Wednesday have been on the demise, and they beat Brighton in the playoffs in the first round of the playoffs, I believe. Eve says 17 likes and 32 watching. Hit the thumbs up and support these fabulous fellas. Thank you very much, Eve. Appreciate that. I hope my wife liked it, but I'm sure she has. I believe a pig fan was fired from his job over his behaviour at the lane over Baldock. Oh, right. Yeah, that was just somebody in the crowd. All fan bases have that one person or that odd fraction of fans, and it doesn't define them. It doesn't define them.
I mean, I hate saying this, but at the same game where there was that one guy, that one idiot who put that on his phone, there was a Blades fan who was arrested for spitting over the railing at their fans as well. Like there's always one idiot in the club.
Correct. It doesn't. It's not like the rest of the fans are the same. There's always the odd one. You just can't. You can't have the majority linked to the minority because of that. To be quite honest. Michael says again, when does the fixtures list for the championship season going to be released? It is on Thursday.
Yeah.
I believe it's Thursday.
James,
James brought it up last week, and we worked it out that it was Thursday coming, the 25th. I don't know what time. It's normally about 10 in the morning, isn't it? So we'll have to wait and see.
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
I'm sure Jimmy will be doing a show on the fixtures, and it probably would be on the Blades Ramble because it'll be Sheffield United centric, or he may do something later on the Jimmy Smith EFL channel for the championship about the championship fixtures in a whole. But I don't know that. Jimmy will have to let people know about that.
If you're still watching, Jimmy, put something in the chat if you've decided yet, or don't if you haven't.
Ray says this coming Thursday. That's correct, Ray. Correct. Oh Lord says big season ahead for the Blades and Wilder. It has to be an improved season than last. Must finish in the top 8 or Wilder could go. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm a big fan of Chris Wilder. I'll make it well known. But it doesn't matter how much you like somebody, results still have to happen on the field. And I think top 8 is the minimum that we require this season.
Yeah.
Tom?
We're into another ad break, so probably keep diving into comments.
Yeah, no problem. Do you think top 8 is about the minimum we should ask for next season?
Um, I think probably it is. It's going to be hard to tell what's going to happen because again, we are going to have to get used to not being the parachute team and not having that level of finance. But I think that it is probably going to be wild to goes if we don't make top 8. But
Yeah,
who knows?
who knows?
Yeah,
That's another question for Jimmy to ask me about these owners. Sure, there you go.
yeah,
We're setting something up here for Jim. There you go.
yeah.
Jack says that can't wait for the transfer window to start moving. It has started. It's very slow, but there's a lot of rumours going around, and links are becoming proper links now are coming out more often than just rumours on Twitter and things. You're getting proper journalists who have a lot of I can put it contacts behind them and are well-founded rumours coming out from good journalists now. So it's quite interesting.
I might be in the minority for this, but I really dislike the transfer window and the time just before it because there is just so much uncertainty and nonsense and rumors and people just lying about things. And obviously there are like credible sources in that, but there is just so much noise and people panicking about things that haven't happened and never will happen, and people getting excited and then disappointed when things don't happen. And it's just, I can understand people being excited about the potentials and the transfers, but it's just there's so much chaos and panic, it feels like, all the time, and people making assumptions, and I don't know, it's just I just don't enjoy it much because of that.
Okay, okay. I mean, it does split opinions. Some people love it, some people hate it. We're stuck with it. You know, it's not going to go away, and rumors get views for people, and that's why they make them up, a lot of them. But if you look at journalists from places like Sky or the big newspapers, they're worthwhile sources to take information from, and that's what me and Jim use mainly for our transfer tracker.
Yeah.
Eve says, try not to remember the one, but focus on the ones who work together as a team. Very true. And Sheffield United is very much a team-oriented club than one where we have superstars, even though we have got some very talented footballers. James says 12 noon fixtures. Oh, cheers, James. 12 noon on the 25th, not 9 a.m. like normal. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for that.
No, thank you.
Darren says, agree about that team in the 88 Euros, the Dutch side. Van Basten's volley in one of those games was a fantastic. Was it? I think it was against the Soviet Union. That's just off the top of my head. I could be wrong there. It's just a guess. Jimmy's on. Bang on, lads. We'll be live on Blades Ramble as the fixtures drop, and shortly after reviewing the champ fixtures on this channel. Busy day. There you go. There you go. I thought I'd heard something about it, Jim. I wasn't sure about the championship fixtures as a whole, but be a good show. And Jimmy cannot wait. No, it's just starts to bring the season closer, doesn't it? And it seems a long time since we've watched our teams play. To be fair, it's a good job there's been some World Cup. To be honest, because I don't know what I'd have done otherwise. My golf game might have improved, I suppose. That's about it. Pablo says only 2 weeks until preseason friendlies start.
Oh yeah,
that is true. I will be going to at least 3 of them, maybe 4. Yourself, Tom, are you making any?
I'd love to try and get to one. It depends on timings and things. I'd like to try and get to the Chesterfield one.
Yeah, that's the closest to you, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. It's sort of just in the area. I think my first ever game that I went to when I was maybe 4 years old was at Chesterfield, and didn't live there, didn't know anything, but for some reason, my dad and a load of the other men from church went to it and brought me along, and I remember being exceptionally bored and very cold, which basically sums up Chesterfield.
I will not comment about that because I live close to Chesterfield. Anyway, so Adam says, give me a decent manager that's available, not some Spaniard with half a brain cell, and I'm being nice at that if it comes to it. Caveat to that, does that depend on if they can spend money to fix? It's all up in the air. I mean, Wilder's here. I'm very glad of it. What they did you know, I'm going to talk with Jim on Sunday, so I'm not going to go into it. I'm sure Jim is going to bring it up. But most people know my feelings on the fraud that they employed. Moving on. Darren O'Keefe says, at least we'll be at home for the first game as health and safety have to make sure the cable ties are secure on the stands. Think we'll be in top 8 and guess what? Losing the playoffs. Yeah, that could happen. The health and safety is talking about Hillsborough, where our rivals, or used to be rivals, are a bit irrelevant now because they're in a different division. Sheffield Wednesday play. It's in a bit of a bad state of decay, and they're having to do a lot of work on it. I'll be surprised if they play there in the second week or even in August if it needs that much work, to be quite honest. But we'll wait and see.
There was an entire stand condemned last season, and that very quietly reopened.
Correct. And they were holding speakers up with cable ties. You know, it's just not good. Not good. Anyway, that's enough for them lot. Adam says, the damage and then to elevate, can it be done all in one season depending on players that leave or get swallowed by other clubs? Is that too much to ask over one season? I don't know. It's a tough. Well, it's not one season now, is it? Because Chris has been in and he's had time to look at these players and be able to view what he needs. It's the bringing them in will be the issue, and then gelling them around. I'm sure he'll be able to do it. Tom, what do you feel about
that? I feel like if he hadn't had the Sellers incident, it would have been a lot easier transition because he was halfway through a rebuild, got kicked out, had all his progress sort of scrapped, and then is having to work again from the beginning. So I don't know. I'd be patient with him, but I don't know if the board or the fans will be.
I think the board have got to be careful if they ever do look to get rid of him again after the last one. I think the ball was put more in his court this time than it was before.
Yeah.
Oh Lord says, yes, it was the Soviet Union that Van Basten goal. Okay, so my mind's not going mad. So I'm quite happy about that. Damage though says, Brobby substituted Depay in. Yes, I did see it, but I'm too busy talking that I didn't get around to it. So I do apologise for that, Damage down. And James says, if S6 need an away game to do the repairs, then they'll be away till Christmas. And I believe that too. So that's the end of the comments. We've come to the end of the comments for the first time today. So really good that.
I guess we'll have to watch the football.
Yes, at 4-1, 15 minutes to go. It's looking very, very unlikely now. Excuse me, that these will get back into it. Well, Sweden again, Holland just playing around with the ball very nicely, keeping possession, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. That's well defended. He's been okay the number 4. Sorry, he's been okay the number 4 for them. I'm just going to find out who he is again.
Keane.
Yeah, he's been okay. I mean, I know that it's hard to say that with a centre half and they've conceded 4. But outside of that, he had a good battle with Brobby, you know, in open play. He was okay. Langer getting round the back, putting it across, but cleared to the edge of the box, picked up by Isaac. Over to Bergvall, the Tottenham player. Isaac again, looking, try and create. Puts a ball across again, across 6 yard, cleared by Van Veen. Is that correct? Van Veen? Van Hecker, sorry. Van Hecker. And then a foul on the edge of the box. The Dutch get it. Foul on Depay, who is playing his football in Brazil at the moment. Memphis Depay. I'll go back to some comments and some more have come in. Adam says, more like next year. Okay. Yeah, we're Wednesday. Yeah, we're Sheffield Wednesday playing a home game. Depay, I like, is Apple. Oh, Depay. Well done, Dave. Well done, Dave. Load me in. Jimmy says, been a good game this. Yeah, it's been a very good game, Jim.
Yeah.
Been enjoyable to watch. The Dutch have been very impressive. And if he puts that ball in early with any quality, that could have been 5. Was that Depay? I think that was Memphis Depay. No, it wasn't. Depay was in the middle. It was Somerville. I can't hear because I've got the commentary switched off, so I can't actually hear it. This is the Elanga finish. That is a lovely finish. That is. Past a very good goalkeeper.
I just wasn't paying attention. So.
Yeah, past a good goalkeeper. That is a good finish. Adam says, as long as they get knocked out before us. Yep, the Dutch. Yep. Damizo says, Swedes already thinking about facing Japan and think they'll qualify nevertheless. They probably will qualify on 3 points, to be honest. As Scotland more than likely will, because I think is there eight from 12 going to qualify third place
It's
team?
something ridiculous like that. It's
Yeah.
like, I understand like the bigger tournament, and it has been like there was some talk before the tournament started about, oh, do we want these lower, teams to come in, and it would just be cannon fodder, but add more time, add more money. But I don't know, Cape Verde kind of proved why you want them. There's been some good games.
I'll put it as a bit of in a rugby situation that playing the smaller teams playing bigger teams brings on the smaller teams as well. In a situation like that over time they do improve because of this. The Swedish are on the edge of the box again. Isak's in the centre, trying to play Elanga in, well read by Van der Ven, and cleared very poorly to the halfway line. He's definitely left-footed because that was a swinger of a right foot clearance. That was. Adam says it's coming home. Okay, I hope so. I think we're a bit early to jump on that train yet, but I hope so. I actually think we probably make the quarters, and that'll be us, personally. But I hope I am wrong. I really do.
I think we get to the semis or to the final, but we'll see.
I'd love that. I'd love that. If you're in the final, you've got a chance, haven't you? It's anybody's game then. Eve says, Adam, I hope you're right. I think we all do, Eve. I think we all do. Damage though, Depay is a washed up Neymar, or Neymar is a washed up Depay. They're probably both washed up at the moment now, at this stage of the career. Depay promised so much as a player coming through and hasn't really delivered, although he's had a good career.
Didn't Depay get a goal and an assist in the game against Japan? Was that just in my head? I can't remember.
Did he? I think he came on and didn't do much, actually. I'd have to check.
Didn't he start?
Depay? No, he came on. I'm sure he came on.
Oh, he was.
No, he didn't get anything. No assist or anything. Gravenberch got both assists.
Oh yeah. No, it was Marlon. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Marlon started. Marlon started as the 9. Marlon, didn't he, up front?
Yeah.
James says, "Can't believe Italy aren't in the World Cup. Think this is the 3rd World Cup with no Italy." Yeah, but if you're not good enough in qualification, you don't deserve to be there, and they obviously weren't. So it's a shame. Italy, a huge nation in football terms, but people are there on merit, and that's as far as it goes. Really, football is meritorious, and they're not at the moment. Jimmy says, "Are the Dutch too established as a nation to be considered underdogs? Been a long time that they've done anything significant from memory. They've been in semi-finals and quarter-finals, haven't they, over the last few tournaments? Underdogs may be a little bit strong, but they'd be unlikely winners, I would say. Is that fair?"
I think they are. I don't know. I feel that they're in like a second category of likely to win.
A bit like us, a bit like England.
Yeah. I feel that we're quite. I think we're more likely to win than them, just on sort of public opinion, I guess, international public opinion. But I mean, they've never won a World Cup, and to be fair, we won it once. Half a decade ago. Well, not half a decade, half a century ago.
Yeah.
So it's like they are a big nation in the competition. Cross into the box, over the top too much. Yeah, out.
Elanga's made a difference here for Sweden down this right side.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, if the Netherlands win, I can fully see it happening. I would not be. It's not like a massive shock. They're not quite underdogs, but they're not title favourites either. I feel.
Yeah.
Similar to like Germany, I feel in that sort of like category.
Yeah, I'd be more surprised to see the Dutch win than the Germans. To be quite honest. Michael Oliver had a decent game. Ian the Gatekeeper says, "To be honest with you, I have not noticed him. So that normally means that a referee has a really good game. So that's very fair. And I'm sure, I think Gaz Dudden's at a wedding, so he won't be watching this today. But Gaz does rate him very highly. Says he's a fantastic referee. So if Gaz says that, I'm on Gaz's side because he knows. He really does." Mark says, "Great show, guys. Just wanted vehicle ask, Lee, are you a Sheffield Eagles fan?" I am not a Sheffield Eagles fan My friend is the chief exec and number one of Sheffield Eagles, Andy Tyers, who I played with for quite a few years, and he coached me as well. But I'm a Widnes fan. Widnes were a big club when I started playing rugby in the late rugby league in the late '80s, and I've stayed a Widnes fan ever since. I do want the Eagles to do well. I was at Wembley when the Eagles won, supporting Sheffield Eagles, but I wouldn't say I'm an out-and-out fan of them now. If I had a second team, it would actually be Castleford, who I go and watch now and again.
That was a good save from Verbruggen, I believe.
Good goalkeeper. Good hit by Isaac. It was quiet first half, Isaac, but he's come into it as well in the second half, a bit more in front of goal. Yeah. So a corner to the Swedes. See what Elanga's delivery is like.
Pretty good, to be fair, but
yeah, that's good delivery.
Oh,
Denzel Dumfries with the clearance and a long-range shot straight to Verbruggen. Nice and easy for him. They're not going to break. They're going to hold the ball. Darren says Wilder always works best with little brass to spend. 30 million on Brewster compared to Egan, Stevens, Baldock, O'Connell. Stevens is now playing for Shamrock Rovers over in Elm. Correct. The thing about the 30 million, and I know, at the time it was a lot of money for Brewster, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. But the talent, it was there at the time. Liverpool did very well out of us, and we didn't see the best of Brewster. So yeah, it will be deemed as a poor transfer, and it is in the long run.
I feel like
it was a gamble that looked worth taking at the time. Obviously, it bit us in the backside in the end.
I think it is. I would describe it as an unfortunate transfer rather than a poor transfer.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for that injury, he could have kicked on and done really well for us, but it didn't happen. It's not really his fault.
And he's had injury troubles this at Derby as well this season. So it's an ongoing thing, a bit like the Tom Davies deal. Obviously, Tom Davies came in on a free, so there was no major outlay, but there was a big outlay in wages. And it's the same thing. An absolute quality player, Tom Davies, and one of the best in our team in midfield, but unfortunately just couldn't get him on the pitch. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Damizdo says Italy, perhaps as long as their Grand Dame, Juve, is not in the top two or champions, their football is not in a healthy state. Milan club's not enough. Yeah, I mean, Napoli won the league not last season, the season before, didn't they? I don't know who won it this year, unless that was Napoli again. I'm not sure. Somebody will have to let me know.
I think I saw a thing. It was a video or an article about Italian football recently, and it was to do with the state of their development of young players in the nation. And that is basically, apparently, their main problem is that they're just not getting the talent through. But we'll see. If they make a return to international, sort of the global stage soon, that'd be nice for them. I just love the meme of them just never getting in at the moment. It's really funny.
The thing the Italians do with their academies is they have a lot of players in their academies, the big clubs, and they farm them out to Serie C3, teams really in the provincial areas and lower leagues, and they basically weed them out and bring them in. And obviously, it's not working at the moment because the level of football in the lower leagues in Italy is decreasing. So that's basically, I think, what's happening over there. But the cream will always rise to the top. But obviously, they're not getting much cream at the moment.
Yeah.
Adam says, realistically, I think this, as it stands with how football's going, this might be one of two chances I'll get to see. So I have to believe I have to do it from the start. Otherwise, it feels a bit false.
Oh, England winning the World Cup.
Okay. Yeah.
Means.
Yeah, well, we had a good chance last time. To be fair, we've had some good sides and we've just never done it. We seem to falter all the time, but hopefully this time.
Yeah.
James says Holland are like middle of the road, not top to bottom. Yeah. I would say they're a top 8 for the World Cup. Would you?
Yeah, they're definitely, they're not a middle team. I think they're like a lower upper middle. They're, again, not the best of the best in the world, but they're not like bad at all.
No,
they're a considerable threat.
There's some very good players. Very good players.
Like,
Damizdo says, if you remember Toto Schillaci, I do, yes. He played at Juve. Platini, of course, well, he's French, yeah. Toto died in 2024. 5-1. What a lovely finish
we were
that
saying
is.
that the Dutch are not a team to be reckoned with. That is another goal. Goodness
And
me.
that's the same score as the Swedes
Dutch.
won the first game. That is a good goal.
Oh. They're going to be dancing their way home tonight. Side by side down the road. They'll be well done to them.
And Somerville not starting today after starting the first game and playing well, and then coming on here. He's making a point, I think, as well. So very good player. Talk of him leaving West Ham, isn't there? Manchester United are interested in him. That was paper talk. Took it well here. Really good finish. That's a good goal. Well deserved. I didn't know Schillaci had passed, by the way. Damage down. Thanks for that. Mark says, Andy Tyers, Eagles legend, watched in the first ever game. He played fullback. He did, yes. You wouldn't believe that if you saw him now, would you, Mark? Keep up the great work, boss. Thank you very much, Mark. And Jimmy says, and that, as they say, is that, yes, they are not coming back with a minute of normal, well, not even a minute of normal time, 10 seconds of normal time to go on 5-1 down. Damage Netherlands are always pre-favourites to do well, but much like Spain, the jury's out on them. I think Spain will do well in this World Cup still, even though they didn't have a great first game. They still controlled it, and they just lacked the cutting edge at the end. I think they'll do well. Yeah, I don't think you can write Spain off, can you, Tom?
No, unfortunately not. They are a powerhouse of a team.
Yeah.
In every single position, it feels like, and yeah, even though one bad game doesn't define a tournament in the same way that one good game doesn't define a tournament.
Correct.
And yeah, it was embarrassing for them as a nation being held back by Cape Verde, but we'll see. Are they playing Saudi Arabia tomorrow, I believe?
Yes. So yes.
Yeah. I'll be very interested to see what the reaction from them is for that, because I have a feeling that one might be a bit of a slaughter.
And as we were talking earlier about Italy's youth development, everything that's wrong with Italy's youth development is so right with the way Spain are developing players at the moment. Fantastic. Dawn says, good goal. Yes, Dawn, it was a very good goal from the ex-Leeds player. Jimmy says, thank you, gents. Another really enjoyable watch along. Cheers, Jim. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, mate. James says, Inter won the Italian title. Thank you very much, James. Napoli won it the year before, didn't they? Thank you. Damage Doc said yes, sadly. Okay. Not an Inter Milan fan, obviously. Dave Morwood says, great watch along, lads. Enjoyed it. Done a great job. And Inter Milan won Serie A. Thank you very much, Dave. James says, thanks for the great watch along, guys. Like and subscribe the Ramble. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Damizdo, well, whoever predicted a 1994 goals drought couldn't be more wrong. That's correct. And I thought it'd be a 2-1, maybe a 3-2. You thought a 3-2. And we'll take 5-1 every day of the week. 6 goals on a watch along. Fantastic. And there's not been a bad goal amongst them, has there? Not been a deflection or anything like that. They've all been fantastic finishes. All great play leading up to it as well.
We're not over yet. It could be more.
Correct. Can't really say Brobby's goals were fantastic finishes or Gakpo's first, but it was in the right place, and the lead-up play to it was very good.
They were effective, to be fair.
Very much so, yes. Yeah. Pablo says, wasn't expecting this, thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. I thought it'd be tight, Pablo, yes. I really did. Ian, the gatekeeper, says, thanks, Lee and Tom. Great company, as always. Thank you, Ian. Really appreciate it. And Damizo says, thanks, too. All the best. Germany later. Yes, Germany later. I think that'll be a good game. Germany looks strong.
Tell me, Lee, who's doing the watch along for the Germany game? Is it?
There isn't one tonight. I'm not sure. There isn't one tonight because we couldn't guarantee. I think it was Jamie who was going to do it, and he couldn't guarantee to actually do it. So rather than advertise and not maybe do it, it's not fair on people. So I don't believe there is one till tomorrow now. I'll just check. So I'm not giving out duff information. Jimmy might be able to jump in and just tell me straight away. But I think that's the case at the moment. I'm just having a quick look on YouTube to see if there's anything else lined up. And I'm just saying there is one lined up for Monday. I can see that. Let's have a look. Yep, so the next watch along that's scheduled here is for Monday, which is Argentina, Austria.
Nice.
So make sure you're onto that one. That'll be a good watch. Argentina, Austria. Austria again. They're a team that can beat anybody on the day. Got some really good players, but just they're so up and down. So up and down. They've got some good players. Dawn says, "Great watch along, guys. Thanks. Thank you, Dawn. Really appreciate that." Russ, thanks for the great watch along, lads. Up the blades, up the ramble. Are you still away, Russ? Or are you back home? I know you were away on holiday for a week. In the new motorhome that he's purchased, I do believe. And Jimmy says, next watch along is Monday with Gaz, Argentina and Austria. So Gaz, the referee, the man in black, is running the Argentina-Austria game. So if you've got any questions about the refereeing at the World Cup and you'll be watching the game, getting into Gaz, he'll be more than happy to talk to you about me. It's very knowledgeable and he explains it very well indeed. Jimmy then says, we are back with Transfer Tracker on Blades Ramble tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yeah, me and Jimmy are back on there tomorrow, talking about links to teams within the championship. And Jimmy will be grilling me over the ownership, I'm sure. And Russ is back from holiday now. Cheers, Russ. Darren says, Scalacci knocked Ireland out of the World Cup that year. It was held in Italy. Then a brewery brought him over to Ireland to advertise a beer. Unbelievable. Jimmy says, then 3 Mardy Blades is back on Blades Ramble on Monday at 8 p.m. after Gaz has finished the Argentina game. No problem. Just keep talking. Go on.
Corner came in, headed down, and Verbruggen got down quickly to get it. It is finished. Netherlands 5, Sweden 1.
Wow, what a game! Did anybody see the man of the match? Yeah, well done, Netherlands. Great performance against a disappointing Sweden side, I think we can say, can't we, after that? Very disappointing. And Dammy's Doe, so the last couple of comments, Tom, and then we'll have a chat about the game. Is there an official word on who got the man of the match here? I don't think I've seen one.
It's got to be Gakpo, right?
I'd have thought Gakpo, by far the best player. And Pablo says, thanks, guys. Hope you both have a great weekend. Cheers, mate. Same to you. Appreciate it. So, Tom, your thoughts on the game?
Very entertaining. I mean, the Netherlands, we thought that the Swedish might come into it a little bit, especially after the first ad break. But no, that was a pretty dominant performance. Well done to them.
Totally agree with you, mate. A really dominant performance by the Dutch. Held possession well. Went long early doors to Brobby, who was holding it up well. But then later in the game, have gone into playing what you would call beautiful football from them. They're just moving the ball well, getting in behind the back, down the sides, and it paid dividends to them all game. And then the final goal by Somerville was a beautiful finish. So a really good game. I'm really happy I got to share it with you, Tom. Thank you very much.
It's been great.
And hopefully I'll be able to follow the Dutch through the tournament. Because what's happening is that in the next rounds, I got given this group. So the teams from this group, as they progress, I jump onto the watch along, and I will be with, say, Jimmy's got the England group. If they play England, I'd be on with Jimmy. If they was on with Argentina, it'd be with Gaz Dunn. And that's the way we're going to try and work it. And then I'm sure people might jump in along the way who it's not the group or things like that. But Tom, I can just thank you very much for joining me for these 2 games for the Dutch. You've been great company, very knowledgeable, and I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
No, thank you for making it so welcoming and easy as the first couple of times. It's been really good. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. And to everybody who watched today, thank you very much for joining us. It's really appreciated. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. And until next time, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.